Okay, I should be live. Let me see. Hopefully everything's working. Um,
Oh,
okay. Yeah, it looks like everything's working. All right. What's going on, everybody? Those of you watching on the replay, those of you that are here, um, how's it going? It's been a while since I've live streamed on YouTube. It's been too long. I don't do it very often. I did just put up my Black Widow poster, which is really nice, super cool. But yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me. Yo, what's up, Bernardo? How are you? I might be joined in with some people. I'm still kind of waiting to see um, when they're coming or when they're available. But it's just me right now. Hopefully, we can get some more people here in the chat to kind of hang out and talk with us. But I hope you guys enjoyed my latest video of me talking about my passion project and really the what I want to do with the rest of my life, because essentially it's been kind of difficult doing this YouTube channel and not being able to be as creative as I'd like to, and not using that creativity to kind of forge my own path. But now I have that direction and I have that sense of that drive to be where I want to be in life. And that's kind of what it's all about, right? Again, I don't expect anything, but I at least want to perfect my vision and the things that I have planned. I'm happy. Oh, hold on. I'm happy for you for following your passion. I appreciate that, Bernardo. That's really, really kind of you. I do really appreciate your love and support, man. Stranger Boy, how are you? Welcome in. We just started. Hopefully, we can get some other people in here, as well as I invited some guests. So we'll see if they pop in. But I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Have you watched Luca? I have watched Luca. I don't have a video on it for my channel. Um, I, I don't know. I just didn't really feel like making a video for it, if I'm going to be completely honest, because I had this video that I was going to come out with today about me being a filmmaker, and I don't like doing like multiple videos in one day. It just never really works out for me. But I did watch it last night. I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought it was good, not great. Um, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, is it lower tier Pixar? Maybe, but I liked it. I mean, what did you think about it, Stranger Boy? And Bernardo, what did you think as well? And we might talk about that later. I definitely want to talk about with someone that I invited. I definitely want to talk about if they can join the Bo Burnham special Inside, because that was just a revelation. I love that. It's really, really good. I'm doing well. Hope you are as well. Yes, thank you so much for asking. I'm doing well. I have been trying my best at just staying busy, I guess. I'm actually packing right now. Well, I'm in the process of packing to go out to Pennsylvania to visit my family, because they live out in Pennsylvania and we leave next week. I'll be gone for like around 2 weeks or so. And I'll probably do a couple more live streams while I'm out there with my family. Hello, Lucas. How are you? How are you, Lucas? I like, or like you, I liked Luca. Yeah, that's the thing is, again, it's people are saying it's like one of the worst for Pixar. I disagree. I mean, have you seen The Good Dinosaur? Have you seen Cars 2? I mean, those are really not good movies. At least Luca has a nice, heartwarming story about this friendship, and that's kind of really more like, I would say, more like a romance, to be honest, with the two main characters. And I liked it. I really like the relationship that they built. I like the fact that it had one of the best scores of 2021 easily. Yeah, I liked it. I personally liked it. I didn't love it, but I wish I liked it more. But again, I didn't. I liked it. Um, what's my channel mainly about? So I talk about movies and entertainment. So movies, TV. I talk about everything from Marvel, as you can see, Black Widow behind me, Star Wars, which is my favorite thing on this earth, horror, independent films. I do rankings. I do like video essays. I do Criterion shopping videos, which I'm doing another one next month. Unfortunately, though, I will not be doing it with Nate this year. Nate is in Arizona. I'm in Utah. So that's very unfortunate. So it's going to be very weird not doing it with him. But in November, we'll be doing one. That's for sure, because we'll be in the same state. He'll actually live like really close to me. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing one in November. And then I'm also pursuing my dream of becoming a filmmaker. So I'm going to start doing more videos about that specifically. But thanks for asking, Lucas, and welcome. And make sure, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, man. I'd really appreciate you being a part of this community if you like those types of things. Also hit those likes. It helps the algorithm because YouTube generally hates me for the most part. Like, the algorithm hates my guts. I don't mind joining your live stream if you want. Yeah, I mean, that's something, Bernardo, for sure. I got to see if the other people are going to join me, and then after I'll circle back to you. That'd be a lot of fun. Halloween 3 or Halloween 4? Oh, Halloween 4 any day of the week. Return of Michael Myers is actually my favorite Halloween sequel. Stranger Boy. It's so good. To me, it's the best Halloween sequel. It's gritty. It's intense. It's got, that scares that I really love. Michael's brutal in it. I like the fact that they moved on from the Laurie Strode storyline. So I love Halloween 4. It sucks that it's not canon anymore, but I watch that every single year. Like, I watch it every Halloween. I love it. I'm hyped for the Criterion sale. What Criterions are you planning on picking up? Let me know in chat, guys. Give me some recommendations of Criterions that you would want me to pick up. I need to check out your recent video you put out today. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely go check it out. It's more of a personal video. It's not like, it's not edited at all, actually. It's just me basically unabashedly talking about my dreams and my passions and what I want to do, because that's really what it's all about. Hold on. I think my wife is trying to open the door. Yo, Tox, I know who you are. What's going on, man? It's good to see you in here. It's good to see you in here. Yeah, I also stream on Twitch every now and then. You can check down in the description. I have a Twitch channel if you want to check it out. I'm actually starting to stream less over there, just because I'm trying to kind of move forward and do other things. But yeah, do I have a list ready for the sale? I do not. I know I'm definitely picking up Memories of a Murder by Bong Joon-ho, and then other than that, like, it's kind of just free game at that point. It's going and doing the really risky thing of blind buying. But I'll probably talk to Jackson. I'll talk to Nate and get some of their ideas, some things that they would recommend. And I have some things that I would like to get myself personally that I've seen in prior sales that I didn't pick up. My favorite Halloween sequel is always between 3 and 4. I do like Halloween 3 a lot. It was this year was actually the first time I ever seen Season of the Witch. And I really enjoyed it, actually, this past year. I enjoyed it. It's a little slower and it doesn't have Michael in it, but I really did like it quite a bit. I consider Halloween 2 canon, even though it's not. Yeah, I know it's not canon anymore, just because of the Laurie Strode Michael connection, where they're brother and sister. I mean, I like Halloween 2, but to me, I like it more than Halloween 2018. But to me, it kind of fits in with Halloween 2018, where, like, the more I watch it, the less I like it. You know what I mean? It's really weird to me. I've always kind of found that way with Halloween, where the sequel, other than Halloween 4, like the other sequels, they don't do justice, they don't do really well justice. Have you written your own movie? Yes. Well, it's almost done. I am currently writing a short film. It is a horror short film. I can't tell you anything about it because there are twists and turns along the way. And it's actually a personal story. But yes, I can tell you the name. It is titled Addict, but that's all I can tell you. I also have another short film idea that I'm going to do after. That's actually a lot of fun. It's like a horror comedy. It's actually really cool. So yeah, Memories of Murder. Yeah, that's my for sure definite. Like, other than that, it's just kind of, we'll see what's actually in stores and what's available. So yeah. Season of the Witch is underrated. I agree. I think a lot of the Halloween sequels are. I think Halloween 4 is underrated because realistically, everyone knows Halloween. They know Halloween 2 probably. And then other than that, they know probably the Rob Zombie Halloween 2018, and Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. But the sad thing is like Halloween 2018, look, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. When I was at the theater, I was like, wow, this is really good. I didn't like it more than Halloween 4 at the time. But my problem with Halloween 2018 is that the jokes kill it for me. Every single time I watch that movie, I like it less and less. Like, I like it less every time I see it. And I'm going to watch it again, before Halloween Kills. And it just makes me not really that excited for Halloween Kills, to be completely honest. I just feel like David Gordon Green is a good director, but he doesn't know how to craft a horror film and actually like keep that suspense, because every single time the movie was hyping up the suspense and heightening that suspense, they would just completely throw it away with some stupid gaffe and some stupid joke that I was just like, why? That was like perfect. You had everything perfectly executed, and then you just had to go and just ruin it, basically. So I don't know. Like, Halloween Kills is still one of my most anticipated of the year, but it's getting to the point where I don't really care, to be honest. And I don't like the fact that they named, the sequel Halloween Ends, because it's not going to end. It's not going to end. Spoiler alert. It's never going to end. Okay. Especially if it keeps making money. And I'm okay with that, but I just don't like that they named it Halloween Ends. I like Halloween 2018, but I wish they kept Halloween 2 in the storyline. There are points of Halloween 2 that I do agree with you. The only thing I would say is I kind of wish that they didn't have Laurie in Halloween 2018. Because to me, the novelty has worn off. I've seen that enough already. It would have been really nice to see a Halloween story that was, I would even say maybe outside of Haddonfield. I know that that's like super sacrilegious to say, but like outside of Haddonfield might have been better for a story, just because of the fact that we'd actually get something maybe a little bit more fresh that we haven't seen. Because with Laurie in it, we know what it's going to be. You know what I mean? We know what that the movie, what the final product is going to be, and that's the unfortunate thing. Did I see that Scoob is getting a sequel? I did not. Do I care? Not really. I didn't really like Scoob. It's funny. I actually own it. I own it because I bought it. Sweet. One of the people that I invited is coming in 20 minutes. But it's funny because the movie I bought it with my wife because we could have rented it last year, but I decided, let's just buy it because, like, what if we like it? And then we watch it and I was like, we should have just rented it or should have just waited, to be honest. My short film is called The Woods. Ooh, I like that. That's really cool. That's a great title. Let's see. Rob Zombie Halloween sucked. Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing about it, which is, to me, like, the most hilarious thing about Rob Zombie's Halloween. Like, the first half of Rob Zombie's Halloween, I can't even get through. The dialogue is so bad. Because it's like disgusting, like normal human beings. Because I grew up in a small town with people that were like rednecks, and I would even say like a little bit more the term white trash, probably. Like, I grew up around those people, and those people don't even nearly say the things that he makes these people say. Rob Zombie, to me, is an interesting director. I think he could make, I've said this before, I think Rob Zombie could make one of the best horror films of all time. But I think his biggest problem is his scripts. I think he needs someone else to write, and then let someone else write your scripts and then come in and direct it yourself. Like, that's what I think he should do. And the fact that he's doing his next film is going to be The Munsters is so weird to me. When I saw that, I was like, I don't even know what to expect. Is it going to be like Eli Roth's Jack Black movie, the House with the Clock or whatever that movie was called? I didn't see it. Eli Roth directed that thing. Like, I don't know. Is it going to be like a more R-rated? Maybe, because it's just Rob Zombie. Yeah. But the second half of Rob Zombie's Halloween, I like. But the first half, I hate. And then Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, there's people in the horror community that love it. I hate it. Matthew, how's it going? Welcome in, Matthew. Let's see. My love for Halloween 2018 has gone down also. Yeah, it's like when I watched it in theaters for the first time, like the two things that stuck out to me, number one was the bathroom scene. That scene is super intense. Like, one of the most intense scenes ever in a slasher film. So that was really cool. The second thing that I remember was the whole Sartain twist. That was an interesting idea, an interesting concept. He killed the only smart character outside of Laurie Strode. And not only that, then he puts on the mask and it pissed me off. But that whole like switch for him to see like what makes Michael tick, that was interesting. And then it was immediately thrown away 15 minutes later. And I was just like, that sucked. And I hate that character. I hate Sartain a lot. And so those were two things that stood out to me. And I remember being like, wow, this movie's really great for a Halloween film. This is all I could ask for. And then I watched it again when it came out on Blu-ray after I bought it. And I was like, And then I watched it again and I was like, And I've seen it like 5 or 6 times. And every time I watch it, it just makes me more and more upset. Like, there was so much potential, but it just felt like they just fell short in so many different ways. And it sucks, man. It sucks. Let's see. Yeah, the jokes is fine, but I do like the kills and the ending. I am looking forward for the sequel. Yeah, I mean, Halloween Kills, they've announced a lot of stuff, and it's really weird because, like, I love horror, and I'm, a huge member in the horror community, basically. Like, in terms of, like, the immediate people, like Film Stock, Nate, other people, I feel like I talk about horror a lot more than other people. And I love Halloween. You guys know Halloween, the original, is my all-time favorite horror film. And so to me, I'm always going to be excited for no matter what Halloween movie it is. And they've announced a lot of stuff, but also at the same time, I feel like it could have that Spider-Man No Way Home effect where your anticipation is so high and you expect so many things that you get disappointed. And that's why I'm not trying to get super hyped up and excited for Spider-Man No Way Home, because there's a big chance, a huge chance, that the movie just doesn't live up to what we wanted. What got me into horror? That's a great question. When I was younger, I used to be able to, I mean, I still can watch, I still watch whatever I want. But when I was younger, my parents weren't strict on what I watched. There were a couple things that I couldn't watch. Like, my parents didn't want me to watch Saw because it was like super gory when I was like super young. This is like 7, 8 years old. At least my mom. My dad, I go to his house, I could watch whatever I wanted. And I watched, a bunch of horror. I had a friend in elementary school. His name was Roy Llewellyn. This guy is awesome. I love Roy. I know he's not watching this. We don't really connect much, but awesome dude. I love this kid. And I'd go over to his house every weekend because he was a huge slasher buff. He loved horror. And he actually got me really into slashers. Like, I didn't really watch a lot of slashers. The only one that I really watched was Halloween that I remembered, because I would watch the AMC Halloween 31 Days of Horror or whatever. Like, I'd go home from school and watch that. And I remember watching Halloween and it gave me nightmares. And I was like, I love that feeling. I love that adrenaline. Like, I love being able to feel scared. And that's sad because a lot of movies nowadays, they don't really scare me. Because I've seen everything, unless it's the Babadook. The Babadook's good. But Roy, we would go. So we had this place. It was like a Blockbuster, but it was called Video King, right? It was a video rental store. And we would go every weekend and we'd rent the same, like, few movies, but we'd always rent, like Nightmare on Elm Street. We'd always rent Jason. So Friday the 13th. I don't know why I'm blocking the name right now. We'd always, get Child's Play and Chucky. Like, we'd get all of like these different movies and we'd binge them and watch them over the weekend, and we'd have like soda and eat pizza. And it was like a lot of fun, dude. It was like a dream come true as a kid. Like, his house was super cool too. He had like a slide in his house. It was awesome. But anyway, we'd watch, all these different horror movies, and it really kind of immersed my experience. And then we got into like harder stuff. Like, we watched, trying to think, what was like the one movie that was different? I think we watched Night of the Living Dead. So we started watching like zombie movies. Like, we'd get on this kick where we'd watch like Nightmare on Elm Street movies this weekend. Then we watch Chucky this weekend. Then we watch Friday the 13th this weekend. Then we watch like zombie movies. Then we watch like ghost movies, and we watched a ton of them. The only one that we never did was Scream, because when I was younger, I felt like Ghostface scared me for some reason. It was really weird. We watched a few Scream movies, and I think the first 2, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know why. That was weird. I didn't ever want to watch Scream when I was younger, even though it's like the most hilarious slasher horror movie. probably in existence. But yeah, that's kind of what got. I mean, I already had an interest in horror because like my dad, who I don't talk to, but he's a big tattoo artist, and he also is he also used to airbrush a lot. And he airbrushed, he basically designed all the walls in our house, and it was like demons and like these really creepy things on the walls. And I liked it. I thought it was cool. And that's just kind of where my love for horror came into. And then I got older, and like the movies like 9 times out of 10, if I'm feeling like watching a movie, I always pull out a horror movie because I love the genre so much. I know I just went like way off the rails. But yeah, that's a great question. I wrote a horror movie, but just wait 80 years and you'll see it. Why is that? Dude, Stranger Boy, I want to see this horror movie, man. You gotta send it out there. Did you know Eli Roth was originally to direct The Meg and it was going to be rated R? Yeah, I did see that. I didn't even see the movie, to be honest. Nothing will ever be better than Jaws. So like, what's the point? Yo, Alex, that movie kid, how are you? Did you see In the Heights? If so, thoughts? I did see it. I really liked it. The fact that it's getting a lot of flack for not being diverse enough to me is just, it's silly. It's really silly. To me, it's the most diverse musical I've ever seen. And I'm Latino. Like I am, I'm Cuban, even though I don't look it clearly, but I am. I mean, look at my last name. So I am a part of the Latin community. And to me, like seeing that being represented was just really cool. And the fact that people are like hating on it because it's not diverse enough to me is just, it's like, I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts and I don't really want to get into it because it's just, it's kind of crazy. Pure Animations, how are you? Welcome. How you doing? I don't like how in Halloween 2018, Michael walks like a robot. I mean, yeah, but he kind of walks like a robot in most of the movies. I mean, even the first movie, he walks meticulously slow, even though, well, not the entire time, but he walks very slow and very methodical. But I understand that sentiment. I actually think the best part of Halloween 2018 is what they did with Michael. I think that Michael is the scariest Michael's been since the original, and I really liked it. I am Emma Moore. Oh, that's sick. That's so cool. Well, welcome. It's been a bit. I'm ignoring all the details of no. Yeah, me too. I'm not even going to watch the trailer because the thing is like everyone, people are just impatient. Okay. Like the thing is we're getting new Marvel content. We're getting all of this cool stuff. Like this is a huge year because last year we didn't get anything, right? And the fact that people are bent out of shape because we haven't gotten the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer yet. It's like, guys, relax. And they're getting debated because you have these fake people that are just running these headlines that trailer is going to drop tomorrow. And I never believe it. But people tweet it out and people are like, this is going to actually happen. And then it doesn't happen. It's like, well, you're setting yourself up to fail because like you got to go to reliable sources. If it's not Variety or Deadline or like some of these bigger sources, don't run away thinking that the trailer is going to come out. That's just how I feel. Granted, I will see the trailer. I'll see the first trailer and that's it. I don't want to know much about the movie. And the thing is, it's like with the whole Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire issue, it's like, do I think they're going to be in the movie? Yes, which sucks. I wish that we lived in a society, in a world where we didn't know anything. Because imagine having that experience in the theater. Because people want answers now. But imagine having that experience in the theater. You're sitting there watching Spider-Man No Way Home, and just out of nowhere, you see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker's come out. Like, dude, that would be amazing. That would be like the Endgame moment with the portals. But we want answers now, and it's just kind of unfortunate. Chucky got me into horror. I love that, man. I do like Child's Play. My favorite Chucky movie is Child's Play 2. Actually, the original's good, but I don't know. It's a little too serious for me. I think Chucky 2 nails it because they bring in the comedy aspect of the character, which is what they should have done all along. So I do like Chucky a lot. I actually really like the remake as well that came out in 2019. I liked it. I actually thought it was quite fun. They have a new movie coming out this year that's called something like Robert. is a bad boy or something weird like that. And I looked at it's a horror movie. It's like a horror comedy. And I was looking up what it was. And literally the plot is child's play. It's basically a Chucky movie without saying Chucky. I'm like, wow, that's okay. What got you into Star Wars movies? Oh, when I was like 2 years old. I mean, my dad, even though I don't like him, my dad, the one thing that he did give me was my love for Star Wars. My dad actually had the original trilogy, like the original VHS tapes that were not edited, and we used to watch those when I was super young, and I got hooked instantly. My dad, he likes Star Wars, but he's not like a huge fan. Like he used to be, but not the last time I talked to him, he wasn't really that big of a fan anymore. But I mean, I just loved the world. I love the fact that there was this thing like Jedi and Sith. Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going well. We're just answering some questions here. I want to talk to you though about some stuff. We'll answer a couple more questions, and then I want to pick your brain on. I want to talk about Bo Burnham's Inside because
yes,
I saw it finally, and I just want to tell somebody about it. And
no, dude, I'm so down, so down.
But everyone, this is Jackson. You guys should know Jackson. Jackson Cottrell is so awesome. He's my inspiration. He's my love. Look at how beautiful he is, guys. Look at that. Look at that beard game. So good. So good.
Stop it.
But yeah, I did release. I don't know if you saw, but I did release my video today, Jackson, of me talking about like me wanting to be a filmmaker and everything. And I did mention in the video that you might see Jackson in my short film. Maybe. I mean,
you might. You just might.
It's a possibility. Jackson and I've kind of talked about it, and I do have like a role specifically that I think he would be great for. So yeah, there's a good chance you will see him in it. But yeah, let's see. In the Heights was my movie. Jackson, have you seen In the Heights?
I have not, nor do I have any desire to, but I will watch it eventually. Maybe here in the next week. I don't know. I just don't have any interest, but yeah.
Yeah, I know Nate didn't like it very much. I liked it. So I don't know. I'm a sucker for it. This year is the year of the musical though, dude. There's so many musicals coming out that I feel like we're going to get burnt by the end of the year. We're going to be like, all right, just let the torture stop, please.
Well, yeah, because it started out like, oh, well, Hamilton came out last year. But I mean, that really started it because like as soon as Hamilton was put on Disney Plus, people were like, we need more of this. And so I guess Hollywood was like, okay, we're listening. So now we're getting 3. It's like Marvel. We're getting 3 musicals this year.
Well, we're getting Tick Tick Boom, right? We're getting
4
West Side Story. We're getting
Dear Evan Hansen, which, can I be honest, I kind of don't really care about. I saw the trailer. Oh no, I definitely don't care about it.
It doesn't look like it's for me.
The only one out of the 4 that are coming out I actually want to see is West Side Story.
Well, yeah, because it's Spielberg.
It's Spielberg, and that trailer actually is amazing. That was a great trailer.
Yeah, I really want to see that. I also really want to see Tick Tick Boom, just because Andrew Garfield is in it, and I absolutely love that man. Like, this year is also the year of Andrew Garfield, guys.
No, seriously, he's got like what, 2 or 3 movies coming out this year?
Yeah, because he's got well, he already had. I guess it kind of does it count as last year? The one that was like really weird that I didn't watch, the one where he like wants to be a viral.
Oh yeah. What was the name of that?
It looked like one of those dumpster fire movies that, like, you know, he'll probably like be ashamed that he was ever a part of. And then he has Tick Tick Boom, and then the other one is Eyes of Tammy Faye with Jessica Chastain.
Eyes of Tammy Faye, that's right. Yeah. Which I think that's going to be her movie. Like, people are going to be talking about her performance, and plus the makeup, because in the trailer the makeup was insane. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I think
doesn't even look like her.
I think his performance wise, like, I think everyone's going to be talking about his performance in Tick Tick Boom more so than Tammy Faye. But then again, I don't know, man. I love Lin-Manuel Miranda. Never count that guy out, but he's never directed a movie, so it could also be not good.
That's true. I just don't know though, because like with him, he's done so many things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you there?
True. It's very true, man. Social Network 2 needs to happen.
Yeah, he just does so much. I can't see him not. Yes, I agree.
So did you hear the so we're talking a little bit because Alex, that movie kid, brought this up. Don't listen to them. It's really dumb when people complain about that topic. So I don't know if you saw, but in The Heights, people were complaining that it wasn't diverse enough. When it's a movie that every single character in the movie is Latino.
Oh, you totally cut out there. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. I said did you see that in The Heights, people are complaining that it's not diverse enough, even though every character is Latino.
Oh yeah, they're complaining about like Afro Latinx characters not getting represented. Like I get it because like I like Washington Heights definitely does have more darker skinned Latino people, but in the end, like it's Latinos. They're being represented in the film. I mean, it is something that from now on, like, yeah, there should be even more representation, but like it's baby steps, man. You can't get all the eggs in one basket at once, and Hollywood recognizes that, so that's fine. That's fair.
Well, I mean, the thing too is like there are actual Afro Latinos in the movie. Like there's this one guy, he's he like, I don't know what his character's name is, but he like spray paints a lot. That's the only thing I really know about the guy, and he's like Afro Latino.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like I don't understand when they're like there's not enough Afro Latinx. It's like I don't get the argument. Like there are Afro Latinos. Like Anthony Ramos himself has declared himself as like Afro Latino. So I don't know. I don't really get it, but
yeah. I mean, I haven't seen the film, so I can't really speak too much to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, diversity in film is such a like challenging subject. Like nobody can be right or wrong on it. It's just kind of like you just got to stay in the fine line that it's drawn itself in.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Speedo Nugget, how are you? Streamed for a while, broke my arm. Oh, dude, that sucks, man. Sorry to hear, but it's cool that you got your cast off. Let's see. Thoughts on Child's Play 3. I don't care what people say. I really love it. I don't mind Child's Play 3. Like it's fine. You know what though? I think the problem is the only time I've ever watched it, I watched it when I was doing like a marathon for it before the new one came out, and I got really bored with it. But that also could just be the fault of the marathon that I did because I was watching like all 3 of them in like 5 hours. Have you ever seen any of the Child's Play movies, Jackson?
I unfortunately haven't, but I actually don't have any desire to either. Like I've heard things about them, but like they're just not for me.
I get that. Look at what Bernardo says. I bought Punch Drunk Love on Criterion.
Best purchase you could have ever made.
It's literally my favorite Criterion I own. And I'm not just saying this because Jackson recommended. Like that movie was my favorite movie, the 24-hour movie marathon. It was so good. I love that movie so much, dude.
No, dude, that's my favorite movie ever. So
and Philip Seymour Hoffman, the monologue he gives is just so. When
he has like 3 scenes, and they're just all like him just losing his mind, and you're just kind of like, I could watch this for hours. And it's such a short movie too. Like the first time I saw it, I didn't really like it because I thought it was boring. It's only an hour and a half, and then when I rediscovered it, and that's when I like realized, oh, this is probably like my favorite movie ever. It was like the most fast-paced movie I'd ever seen. I was like, we're already here. I remember this being like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was quick, man, and it was funny because I watched it at a time when I was like kind of tired, but the movie kept me awake the entire time. I loved it.
And Adam Sandler, man.
How do you feel about an Indiana Jones 5 happening and all the stuff seen on set and Mads Mikkelsen as the villain? I mean, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's like, here's the thing. I'm not like throwing anybody under the bus because I like respect the opinion of this opinion. But it's like when people say like we don't need a Toy Story 4. Like I get we don't need another Toy Story. Like after 3, that was perfect. It capped off the trilogy perfectly. But you got 4 anyway, and it was still really good. So to complain that you got it and then say that it was good just doesn't make sense to me. But I get why you would say it's an unnecessary movie. That is how I feel like Indiana Jones 5 is going to be. People are going to be like, it was unnecessary, but it was good. So it's like you kind of counter your own argument by saying that. I'm not saying I disagree with the argument. I'm just saying that you counter yourself, so you basically make a pointless argument doing that.
Yeah, I would also say that one of the things that's very important about Indiana Jones 5 is that people need to remember Lucasfilm is not just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and especially with like the sequel trilogy, like Star Wars has not been, I mean, Mandalorian has definitely helped it, but it's not been the best received in terms of the movies.
No.
So I think that, you know, they want to get back to a point where they can start making like, you know, money and making good films again. Because realistically, like, yeah, you have Mandalorian and they're doing well with that, but I mean, it's a business about this, man. And Mandalorian is not ranking in the dollars. I mean, granted, the merchandise is, but
absolutely.
It's not ranking in the dollars that, you know, something like a giant big picture Star Wars movie would usually do. So to me, I get it. And Lucasfilm wants to diversify itself. They've already announced that they're going to do some other movies and stories and stuff that aren't Star Wars. And I'm okay with that. Like that they're trying to establish themselves as a actual credible movie studio. That's not just, you know, here's a movie in space, you know?
Yeah. And the thing with like getting a fifth Indiana Jones and all the original cast coming, as far as I know, I think Karen Allen is coming back. I'm not entirely sure, but it's going to be an Indiana Jones film that's not a remake or a reboot. It's a direct sequel. It's still the character, you know, it's still the storyline that you care about. So it's not like the Star Wars sequel trilogy where it was like its own thing that just went off and was like, yo, what happened to this? Because that's what kind of happened with Indiana Jones 4 was you were like, is this really an Indiana Jones movie? Or am I just watching like it's a good action movie. Like Nathan and I have said this before. It's like, it's a great action movie, not a good Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't like it because all the monkeys have the same hairdo as Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, you can't tell them all apart. Like he's swinging, and you're like, wait, unless he had the leather jacket. If he didn't have the leather jacket on, would not have known, you know, who was who there.
So here's a question in terms of Indiana Jones 5. What do you think they do in order to tell what happened to Shia LaBeouf's character? Do you think they just kill him off, or he goes off somewhere? Because I know they're going to make who's the actress cast in it? I can't even remember.
Oh, girl from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the original Swedish one. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But I think that they're going to like make her probably the new Indiana Jones, and I'm okay with that as long as they don't call her Indiana Jones. Like,
yeah, I mean, Indy would be fine because like
Indy's cool.
Indy's cool, but that's something I don't really care about is if they reboot it with this fifth one, like they give us a new one. Like after 5, I'm just going to be done with this series. It's not because I don't want to see a woman in the position. It's like we've gotten like Lara Croft, Tomb Raider movies, and they're not good. So like we've tried a female Indiana Jones before, and it just didn't work. You just need the right material for it. Not saying that this won't be, but I could see a better director and a better writer giving us a better version of a female Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and the way to diversify, if I'm being honest, the thing I want to see first, two things actually. Number one, they're doing a Black Superman movie, and I'm all for it. He's an alien. It doesn't matter what his color is. He could be green for all I care. Exactly. But I will say this. I will be very upset if Michael B. Jordan is not cast as the new Superman. I will be pissed, okay? Because I've been on the hype train of him being Superman for a long time. And then number two, I think the next James Bond movie, you know who I'd love to see as James Bond? Idris Elba. He would be perfect.
You know, I love that, but I also think that, like, you know, if John Boyega is given a chance, I feel like he could be a good James Bond.
John Boyega would be pretty good too. I will say,
good James Bond.
I think he would be. I think he could be very, very good. I know a lot of people are like
Daniel Kaluuya if he gets an action role, because I mean right now he's just like a phenomenal actor. Like he can blow any role out of the water. We just haven't seen him in an action film yet, and I would love to.
Who's this? What actor?
Oh, Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Dude, that guy, I want to see him in anything. I don't really care what.
Yeah, that's true. If he's James Bond, if he played like an egg on like a food movie. If he played like a character in Sausage Party 2, if they made that, I'd be the first one in line to see it.
Yeah, I love Daniel Kaluuya so much. Like the fact that like he had the best Oscar speech of all time. I just want to thank my mom and my dad for having sex and making me. I was like, I love this guy, man.
And then he's trying to say like they did him dirty by cutting out his his call because he couldn't come through, and they're like, well,
yeah,
I don't know what to do.
Awkward actor, how are you? Just coming in to the live stream, so sorry if someone already asked this question, but what were you two thinking of picking up for the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale? I know my definite is already going to be Memories of a Murder.
Yeah, I'm actually not participating in this sale. Not this time.
I mean, you did buy a lot last year, so
did buy a lot last year, and I've still got to see most of them. But I'm also moving to New York, so I can't really make the spared expense there. I wish I could, because I know that like Memories of Murder. I really want the Bergman box set. Gosh, there's so many that I'm just like, yeah, I kind of want that and kind of want that, but for right now, I gotta kind of
exciting stuff coming though.
So yeah, no, I'm just trying to focus on like being appreciative for the ones I already have and the ones I haven't seen. So I'm like, you know what? I don't need to really want any more at this point. With like over 200, come on, like I don't need any more right now, especially not having seen all of them.
I'm not planning on buying a lot because my short film. I mean, I really need to kind of dig deep and start saving up and getting into the financials of that because that's more important. But I'll probably buy like a few. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm also not going with Nate for this sale. We'll meet up in November and do the sale together, but we're not even going to meet up together. So I'm literally just going to go with my wife. Probably make a video. Definitely buy Memories of a Murder because there's a bunch of Barnes and Nobles around here, so I'll find it eventually. And then, buy a couple more, and then that'll be it, basically. So, yeah, I'm not really buying a lot either. I'm also going to be buying a special Blu-ray for a video that I'm going to do. Jackson already knows what it is because I've kind of texted him and Nate about it. I don't know if you remember, but it's going to be interesting. I don't know how I feel about it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like $45, but it's it'll be very interesting. That's all I can say. It's for a video idea that I have, and Jackson's kind of. I know Jackson will be excited for when that video pops up. Let's see. Have you seen Willy's Wonderland? I have. Jackson, have you seen it?
I have no idea what that is.
It's the Nicolas Cage movie where he takes on the animatronic like characters. Yo! What's up?
Time for me to leave.
It's been good, Jackson. See ya.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave too.
No.
Just come to take Jackson and then I leave.
So welcome in, Nate. We're just here talking.
Criterion.
Awkward actor actually asked. So this question's for you, Nate. What criterions are you thinking about getting?
Awkward actor. Hello. Good to talk to you again. Sorry, we were talking earlier today. It was so funny. Really quickly, when I turned on the live stream just now, Nick, it was the weirdest thing. It was right when you said, yeah, Nate and I aren't going this time around. And it was just weird, like, hearing my name right. I was like, whoa, what are the odds that, like, that's right when I joined? Okay, let me go to my good old list.
Well, we'll go in November together. We're going to go in November.
Of course, because we'll both be in Utah.
Yeah.
That'll be easy peasy.
And we'll live really close to each other.
Yeah, dude. It'll be actually really nice. But so I have a few that I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Ingrid Bergman set, the 3-film set.
Oh, with Rossellini?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm doing that. I'm trying to watch 5 movies from her, and that knocks out 3 right there. So I think it'd be cool to have that.
Which ones have you already seen that you were doing for the challenge?
The only one I've seen for the challenge is Gaslight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen like other ones from her, of course, but for the challenge, I'm doing Gaslight, those 3, and then I'm going to do a Hitchcock one she's in called, I think it's called The Paradigm Case or Paradine Case. Something like that.
Nice.
She's a beauty. You know what I think about Ingrid Bergman already.
Oh, yes, I know.
Is that like your big crush, Nick?
Yes.
One of them, yeah. You know, it's funny. I got into a Bo Burnham phase because I watched Inside and I love the man. I think he's a genius. But he did this show that no one knows about that was on MTV. called Zach Stone is going to be famous.
Yes.
And I bought the entire show because I watched the first episode and I loved it. I was like, this is hilarious. I bought the entire show on Apple TV for like $10. And it was like the best $10 I've ever spent. I love that show so much. Like, there's an episode where so every episode he comes up with like some new ploy to like become famous. And he hires a MTV like camera crew to follow him in his everyday life. So he has like his own reality show and no one's watching. Like, it's funny because like his parents like hate being a part of it. But there's like one episode in particular where there's this like hot girl in his class, or like who's a couple of grades younger than him or something. And he decides that he's going to make a sex tape. Do you remember that episode? I don't know if you've seen that.
I haven't seen that episode. I've only seen the first 3 episodes because they were like on like a streaming service, and I was like, "What is this?" This was before I even knew who Bo Burnham was. This was back in like 2014, so before like Make Happy was big.
Yeah.
So I saw like 3 episodes of it, and I was like, "This show sucks," and never watched it. And then our friend Atlin tells me about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I think I've seen that show." And he's like, "It's one of the funniest shows you'll ever watch," and I was like, "Not from what I saw."
To me, it reminds me a lot of The Office, and it was on MTV.
Yes.
So it was like in a weird spot because like MTV at that time was like trying to replicate other successes from other like studios and stuff. But anyway, I kind of have like, it's weird. I watched the first episode, and his friend Amy, I was like, I've seen her somewhere, like in the show. The actress's name is Caitlin Gerard. I was like, I've seen her in other stuff before. She was actually in a YouTube movie called like Smiley or something that I had seen. And then I was just kind of like, so I've been in a phase where it's like Ingrid Bergman is hot, but like Caitlin Gerard is also hot. You know what I mean? It's like it's weird.
That's where this is coming. That's where this is going.
Oh yeah, that's where this is like the means to an end.
I was like, how do we get down this rabbit hole?
Rabbit hole. I do want to go down, dude. Nate, PS5's looking real nice. PS5's looking real nice.
I don't even have one.
Look at.
I see it.
There it is.
This guy. I was playing Spider-Man earlier today.
Hey, I've beaten that game twice.
What other criterions were you thinking about getting?
Oh, I was sorry. I'm posting on my social right now to tell people to get over here.
Over.
Good.
Okay, so yeah, I was looking at that Ingrid Bergman set, and then I was looking at Defending Your Life.
Yes. Whoa. That was creepy.
Yeah. So, anyways, so we got that, and then a movie called Ride the Pink Horse. Have you heard of that one?
Is that like Jellyfish Eyes?
No, it's not Jellyfish Eyes. I'll never get that.
I'm getting that.
No, don't do it.
And then I'm going to send you 5 copies.
Please don't. Would rather watch Bubble Boy. That's a lie.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, that's a lie. I would not want to. Oh, and then someone who watches my channel, Black of R72, recommended Local Hero, the one with the guy outside the telephone booth.
That one looks good. I like
I've heard that's really
the
good.
cover of that.
I love the cover. And then David Michael Torres recommended Magnificent Ambersons, which is Orson Welles.
Yes, such a good movie.
I'm kind of also just thinking about getting the ones that I always mean to get, like Charade, It's a Match of the Fourth Power World. Yeah. Just like ones that I know I need to own that I don't own. It's because I've owned the normal Blu-ray copy, but I kind of want to upgrade now. So
fair enough. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just going to go. Like today I was at Barnes & Noble. I'll show you my quick haul. Got Nat King Cole on vinyl, the Christmas album. Yes,
Heck
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like what vinyl, or that's one of the reasons I got a record player. No, but I also on the Digibook for Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Hey!
Wow, that's cool.
Anyways, what I'm getting at, the rabbit hole I'm going down is I looked at the criterions and I was like, I verbally said to my sister, I was like, few weeks, Brooklyn, and she's like doesn't care at all, but like, few weeks, like this is happening. And I'm not even joking, just being there for that moment, I out loud to myself, I was like, they have this, oh my gosh, they have this. And like, I was like, oh, crap, I'm going to buy so much. Like, this is not good. And so.
Dude, anyway, that was me last year.
Yeah, I know. What was it, like 40 titles or something?
It was over 50. It was over 50.
That is impressive.
Don't regret it.
hard.
Don't regret it. It was,
Yeah.
you know what?
You should.
I feel good about myself after doing it. You
Well,
know
it's
what?
like we say that if there's anything you don't like, you can easily sell it, make the
Oh,
money
yeah.
back. Get more
Well, and I told you,
Criterion.
like, since I moved into New York, I've had to sell a bunch of them, and I've sold over 30. Like,
That's
over
awesome.
30.
I really need to sell The Big Chill because I don't like that movie.
Dude,
I really don't like that
yeah,
movie. dude.
sell it before the sale so you can use the money
Yeah.
to get a replacement.
Yeah, you definitely want to get it before the sale
Yeah.
because people, like, right now is prime for, like, selling Criterions because people are getting antsy and edgy about it.
Yo.
So they really want Criterion. And especially if you sell them at $15, that's like the easiest sale you'll ever make.
Yes, it's so true. Oh, also, Bernardo says he's planning on getting Bring It Up Baby, and I'm thinking about getting that too. It's just
Oh,
like
man, I wish. Oh,
it's just so
November.
good, you know. Like
yeah, that
it's not
covers
even like the
everything.
best movie I've ever seen or anything, but it's just like how could you? It's just like come on, like I'm gonna have a smile on my face. I've seen it once, and like it was so cute. I loved it.
You know what? You know what movie's kind of overrated that I'm like, about?
Which one?
His Girl Friday. I'm just like,
Okay, so funny you say that, Jackson, because I feel the same way. But Billy Wilder, I have 2 movies away from seeing his whole filmography. But Billy Wilder made a movie called The Front Page, which is based on the same play that His Girl Friday is based on. And seeing that movie made me like His Girl Friday. I didn't really care for Billy Wilder's version.
well, I know that the Criterion version has the original front page, like the one from the 30s, or is it the 30s or is it the late 20s? I'm not sure, but it has that. And immediately after I watched the Criterion for His Girl Friday, I looked at the disc for the front page and I was like, well, that's never gonna get watched.
I just wanted to point out
Front page originally.
this comment. I too am also thinking about getting The Great Dictator. It's actually one of my movies that I want to watch.
Dude, you should get On the Waterfront too because that movie is amazing.
Yeah, that's Michelle that's commenting that. That's who I was talking about earlier when I was like, hey, we talked earlier. Wait for it. Here it is. Yeah, really weird animation, but like it's a good movie. Read the book too. Book is amazing.
I was with you when you got that Criterion, Nate.
Yeah.
So Alex says because we were talking about Jackson and I were talking about Dear Evan Hansen and how I could care less really about the movie, but
Okay.
Alex said something that I think Jackson might be a little. I think you really like this movie, Jackson, but I don't care about Dear Evan Hansen.
Jackson likes.
The director's other film is The Perks of Being a Wallflower. It was pretty overrated. I've never seen it, so I don't know.
I completely disagree, and you are completely wrong.
There's no subjectivity here.
Nope, not for Perks of Being a Wallflower, at least. That movie,
It's a solid movie. Like
no, that
I
movie's
remember-
incredible.
Yeah, dude, Jackson, I remember you even loving it in high school, and like I saw it once in high school, and then I think I watched it off my mission, and I was like, well, yep, that's amazing. Why is it Logan Lerman in better roles?
No, it was like I was maybe 14 when I first. No, it was even because it came out in 2012, and I saw it right when it came out on Blu-ray. Watched it 2 days in a row. Like that's how much I love that movie. So for you to say it's overrated, screw you, man. Screw you.
I was gonna also ask.
Just kidding.
Nate,
Like,
what are
you're all
your
right.
thoughts on Dear Evan Hansen? Are you excited about it?
Oh, yeah. So I don't know anything about it until the trailer. Well, I've heard of it, but I never listened to the music or anything. And the music in the trailer sounds good. And like, I'll probably see it because, yeah, I like musicals. And so I'll probably see it.
I'm
Probably
gonna see it too, but like,
least.
I wasn't that impressed by the trailer. Like, I just thought the trailer was kind of like meh. Like, and not only that, but the guy who's playing the lead,
30 years old, or
should not be playing a high schooler. I'm sorry, he just does not look like a high schooler.
And the trailer is like 5 minutes long, and it's basically the whole movie. So you're like,
true.
don't even need to see
His
it.
friend is Rue from the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Like, it's that same actress with him. He's like 15 years older than her.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. That's kind of creepy.
No, but like, I'll probably see it. And Nick, I don't know if you heard me, but I'll probably like it more than In the Heights. Hate to Hate to break it
I
to you.
know, dude. I know you don't like it, but
Yeah, I
get
feel
it.
I feel like Evan Hansen will be my guilty pleasure of the year. If it even is a guilty pleasure, you know, if
It
it
might
is
be,
like
it might be really good.
it might
It
be
just-
really good.
Yeah,
But like
it could be. It could
I
be.
remember straight up high school Nathan loved Fault in Our Stars when 2014 happened. Haven't seen that movie since and have no desire to. But what I'm saying is if the snappy side of me comes out, I might love Dear Evan Hansen.
I think for me, the musical, like, that I'm gonna be like, I think at the end of the year that I'm just really gonna love is probably Tick Tick Boom, just because of the music,
yes.
man. I've been listening to it and it's really
This
good
is the
music.
life. Yeah. Da, 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 da,
Yeah, this
da,
is
da,
the
da.
life. Bo,
Yeah.
bo, bo. So
Yeah,
good.
yeah. That trailer was cool.
Yeah. And dude, you can never count out Lin-Manuel Miranda. Let's be honest. The dude is a genius.
Well, if you're Larry David, you
Oh,
definitely
tell
do.
Carson Runquist that? Listen, Jackson, didn't you send me that picture of Carson Runquist's letterbox review? He's like, I hate Lin-Manuel Miranda.
He's like, I just don't like Lin-Manuel Miranda. I don't like movies, and I don't like musicals. So there you go.
Oh, I was also going to say, speaking of Tick Tick Boom or whatever it's called, Andrew Garfield's best performance, him denying that he's in No Way Home. Am I right?
Oh my gosh. Dude,
I never
it was
go
so
Cole.
cringy.
I never go Cole.
Like, well, the thing
Shut
is,
up. You know
I
you
feel
did.
bad
He's
for
like,
him
I hate to
because-
disappoint you, but it's not true. And he's like looking away. He's like, it's not
Well,
true.
I feel bad for him because like
Like, who are you looking at, Andrew?
the reporter, like they should know by now that they're not allowed to say anything with Marvel. Like in Star Wars, it's dude, closed mouth. You can't say.
Well, that's what he's looking at. He's looking at the Marvel representative staring him down.
The comments on that video was it's like 30 machine guns are all just pointing
I know. I
at
was
his
going to
head
say,
off
at
camera.
around the 3-minute mark, you can see the red dot on his chest, and he's like, "I'm not in Spider-Man." Like,
Oh, that's the thing is we've just brought up like they're not allowed to say anything, and people are like it's because of Tom Holland because he actually spoiled things. No, he didn't. He didn't actually spoil anything. He literally it's a marketing scheme.
Jackson and I. Wait, were you in the chat or was it just? I think it was just Jackson and I. Sometimes Jackson and I go on these random movie rants, and one of them the other day was how Tom Holland spoiling things is all a Marvel marketing scheme.
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah, they want you to think they're like, oh, Tom Holland's gonna spoil it again. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, they're letting him spoil it.
People thought when I think it was Infinity War came out, he was doing like press junkets with Benedict Cumberbatch, and people believed that Benedict Cumberbatch was there to babysit him. And I was like, Benedict Cumberbatch does not care. Like, do you think Benedict Cumberbatch is just like, Tom, like, remember what Marvel said? No, he played into this whole gag.
They literally like in the way the reporters play into it, it's so cringy. They're like, "Oh, so Benedict, are you here to make sure that Tom doesn't spoil anything because you know he can't keep a secret?" I bet Tom Holland during all of this is just like, you know what? One day you're gonna see, like one day you're gonna see that I'm better than like everybody, and I'm a great actor, and that I'm not a dunce that everybody's making me out to be.
Yeah,
except he does clap when the airplane lands.
Yeah, no. When he is definitely the whitey that claps when the plane lands.
Wait, have you ever seen that celebrities read mean tweets video?
I've seen the Marvel edition one.
Yeah, Tom Holland seems like the kind of, or is it? Do they say like he's the kind of whitey that claps when the airplane lands?
Yeah,
It's like Jackson and I. It's like one of our favorite ones because like. Why is that so accurate?
It's so perfect. And then I commented on one of his Instagram posts where he's sitting on a plane reading a script and he's doing like the Spider-Man finger pose. And I comment, "Did you clap when the plane landed, Whitey?" It got like 1,500 likes, including Tom Holland.
It's true. I saw the evidence.
It was one of those like I commented it and threw it away like okay whatever, and then I kept getting likes and I was like, dang it, I like stumbled upon something. All right.
Let's see. Not excited for Indiana Jones 5. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. And here's the thing: like Harrison Ford is like 80. Okay, this is like the last time we'll ever see him running around acting like he's 35.
That guy's never going to die, though. Like, literally.
He's only going to kill his characters off, but he'll be immortal. He drank the water of the third one!
You have chose poorly.
Oh wait, but for real, like I haven't seen the third one in a minute. But can Indiana Jones die?
Wait, can he now? Like, because he did drink from the Holy Grail.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wait, but like he let that one girl die. So does that like mean like the because I remember there's something about moral corruption, and he like lets that he lets the blonde chick die.
Maybe that's a little twist on it. I was gonna say like, what if somehow she drank it too, and so as she's falling, she's just violently hitting the walls but not dying.
She's like Emmett in the Lego Movie, going up.
She goes back up. She's like Indy, like goes back down.
Each time he tries to get her with the whip, he just keeps smacking her in the face.
Max, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope the move to New York goes well.
Oh, thank
Jackson.
you.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
We all hope it goes well, man. I'm excited for Jackson. He's got some big things ahead, and like I said, like me and him, we've talked, and if everything works out, man, maybe he'll be in my short film. I mean, he's definitely somebody that I definitely want to work with. That's for sure, no doubt about it.
Well, I'll just plug in my short film as we're talking about short films.
Dude,
go watch my short film.
Yeah. I wanted to actually talk to you about that like a little bit because I did watch your short film, and dude, I was like, this is a fun time. Like this, it was fun the entire time. I liked it. It was quite impressive.
I like when I watched that, because I don't remember the last time I watched it, because I watched it 1,000 times during editing, and then I watched it like twice after the fact when it was released. But it was like every time I would watch it when it was editing, I would hate it, and then when I'd watch it with people, I'd like actually enjoy it and have fun. So it was weird. It's weird how it works, but getting a different opinion from your own is tremendously helpful because it helps you get out of your own head and helps you realize like, oh, like I'm not the only one who sees this. I'm not like the only person who watches it.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out that short film, I didn't link it below, but it is called something Love, right? Love is Deadly or something? Jackson, you can put
Love is Deadly. Yeah, it's called Love is Deadly. You just look up that, maybe with short film next to the title.
It's very easy to find.
It's very easy to find. It's only like 15 minutes, and it's not like we're not out here like we're not out here promoting a great film. I'm not any Chazelle or anything like that, but
hey, dude, that
if you want a fun time,
I told you that one shot where the camera's just spinning, dude, that is sick. Like the whole dialogue, it reminded me a lot of Reservoir Dogs.
That shot took us about an hour and a half to get, so I bet it better be good.
Let's see. This is for Nate. On a side note, today is the 25th anniversary of Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame,
which I've never seen.
Me neither.
That's
Wait,
amazing.
there was the comment.
That's today. That's so awesome.
Is that really today?
I need to watch that movie again. I just saw it like literally, I think last year, but like I loved it so much.
Yeah, because
Alex, that movie kid's comment about the Perks ending.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with his grandma. All right, I haven't seen the movie, so like I'm just gonna tune out.
Oh well, yeah, no, I won't spoil anything, but I'll say two things. One, it's not his grandma, it's his aunt.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah, and what did you get about the ending? Like the thing with the aunt isn't what you got, because I don't feel like explaining that if I'm going to be completely honest. Because I'm not laughing because of like what it is.
No, of course, yeah.
Like it's uncomfortable and it's dark, so I don't want to get into that. But other than that, like the actual ending is not like I don't like. What didn't you get if that's what you're talking about? Because I'm confused by that comment.
I do want to say this, Nicholas. How are you, dude? If you're in here still. And you want to join us, let me know. I would love to have you join us. That'd be so smart.
Oh, that would be an even more ambitious crossover.
So let me know. Just put it in chat if you have time, if you'd like to join us. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, right now we're the Avengers, but if you joined us, it'd be the Infinity War of the crossover.
and then if Chris from Filmstock joined, it'd be Endgame, and he's Thanos. He's Thanos.
And then he calls all. We're like, hey, what gives, man?
He just comes on with the Infinity Stones. Like, that'd be
he has that picture of him with a gauntlet.
Oh, did you see that video with Paul Rudd wearing the gauntlet and he's like on FaceTime with Chris Evans? And he just like he's sitting there and Chris Evans is talking and then Paul Rudd's hand comes up and it's just the Infinity Gauntlet. And he keeps like putting down each finger except for the middle one, and Chris Evans is just like dying laughing.
Okay, I will, dude. I'm so excited. I'll send you the.
Yes.
I'll send you the link. So
we're gonna be talking about Tree of Life, Nicholas.
If you guys want. Well, I send it to you.
We're gonna talk about Tree of Life in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Two of Nathan's favorites.
Jackson, I've been saying for years that I'm going to rewatch Space Odyssey, and it now might be the time that I actually rewatch it.
Wait, like now?
No, not like right tonight, but like now.
No, I mean like pretty soon.
Yeah, because of the Roger Ebert thing I want to do.
Yes, dude. Oh man, that movie's so good.
Right, I just sent it to
you right now.
So I'm excited, guys. Nicholas is going to join us.
Nicholas,
the real Nicholas, not me. I'm an imposter. I don't.
Oh, Timothy's newest comment. Yes, I would 100%.
Yeah,
I don't know who this is.
Daisuke. Yes,
dude, I love Daisuke.
He's like, hello, my friends. If you would allow me,
he's so polite.
He's so polite. Like,
it's like, dude, you don't have to be. It's a YouTube video. Like, I know, we will always allow you.
Well, not he's too good for us in that way, but he's just like too good for this world. Like, he's just like such a nice person.
He's so pure.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. I watch every single one of his videos just because like I love how polite and just like the good manner of him. Like, I'm just like, this is how good the world should be.
He's like the ultimate. Nick, you said you haven't seen Daisuke?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, he's it's a guy. It's a person.
I'm sorry. I was like, Daisuke Matsuzaka, the Red Sox pitcher from years ago?
No, it's a guy who lives in doesn't he live in Tokyo?
Yeah, I think he lives in Tokyo. He
says from Tokyo. Yeah.
Yep.
But he's the ultimate Criterion collector. He has every Criterion ever released. Yeah.
He has his own Criterion closet.
Wow. Does he like I bet it's like in spine order, like
it absolutely is. He has every single edition of every movie.
And then he releases, I think on the 15th, or at least close to it, he releases his reactions to the new announcements to the collection. He's just the ultimate collector.
You guys got to text me his channel information in our group chat, and I'll watch his stuff. Because I've never heard of him. When I saw Daisuke, I was like, Daisuke Matsuzaka? The Red Sox pitcher from years ago? I mean, I'm a nice guy. What am I going to talk to him about?
No, Daisuke Beppu, he is like seriously, like you think that like purity is like something in a movie. No, this is a real person and he's great.
Yep.
That's pretty.
When's Nicholas joining? When's Nicholas joining?
I sent him the link. So
where's this guy? Come on.
I sent it on Instagram. Let's see. I meant that I was just confused with the ant stuff, not the ending, but the ending kind of killed the movie for me. That's what Alex says.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I can kind of see that, but like we have a friend, me and Nate from high school, who also didn't like the ending of the movie, and it killed the rest of it for him. And I kind of explained like the point. Oh no way! Best name ever.
Oh boy, what's up, guys?
That so much.
How's it going, man?
Dude, this is my favorite night. This is my favorite night.
The better Nick.
I love that.
I know I don't go by Nick, but I felt like this was warranted. So
I like it, man. I'm an imposter, so I mean, this is your channel now. You take it over. Oh, by the way, can I tell you guys something funny? So I made my new video today, right? And I put it up there, and this kid, oh my gosh, it's so funny. I feel so bad. But this kid, his name is Nick Talks Flicks, right?
Oh, no.
His channel name. He commented on my video and said, "You stole my name." And then I went to go like respond, but I think it's because like he's safeguarded or something, so I can't respond back to his message, and it doesn't even show up on the comments. And then I looked at like his channel, and he only started like a year ago. So I'm like, I didn't steal your name. We just kind of both came up with the same name. It happens. You know what I mean?
Oh, Nick, love the shirt, dude.
Yeah. I don't think anyone can be better than Shanchi, honestly.
That's Oh, yo, Bernardo's down to join, dude.
Dude, I'll bring in Bernardo. Bernardo was talking
Please
about
bring
earlier.
Bernardo on here. I've never met
Let
him.
me
Dude,
yes.
send you the link.
Dude,
We're getting
Brandon,
everybody
how
in here.
big can we make this tonight?
Get Chris from Film Stocked on
Hey,
here.
Nick,
I would
now.
love to. I don't think he's on though. Like he'd be awesome to have.
Is he
How
big?
not? Oh shoot! Hold on. I'm under the wrong account. Hold on.
Hey,
I'm gonna-
is Chris busy right now? How funny would it be?
Bernardo, I'll send it to you. How do I want to send it to you? Because I'm not even on my other account. Hold on, give me a second. I'll send it to you through here. But dude, how have you been though, Nicholas, since the last time we've seen you? It's been a while.
It has been a while. I don't know. I got done with first year of college. It's here for the summer. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Is it nice being home?
Are you planning on buying any Criterions?
Probably not, because I'm leaving on a mission in September.
Oh,
Where are you going?
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to Bakersfield, California. So
that's sick.
Dude, West Coast, man.
I'm not trying to just purchase a whole lot of stuff, but
Yeah,
so.
I totally understand that. Sorry, let me do this. I'm trying to send it to Bernardo. I was on my personal account and I don't have him. He has a private account, so I'm not even following him for some reason on that. Because I'm a jerk.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah, seriously. You don't follow
Hey, can we call
Bernardo
this,
on every account?
when Bernardo joins, can we please name this the Jackson 5, please?
All right, I sent it to you, Bernardo. You got it. I sent it to you.
Nick, did you hear that? It landed so well.
I did hear you. It was good. That was good.
No, it was better than that. It was better.
Come on, come on.
So Nicholas, we've been talking about like Dear Evan Hansen and like a bunch of stuff. Are you okay? First question: are you excited for Indiana Jones 5?
Yes.
Hey, I never got asked that.
Okay, Nathan, are you excited for Indiana Jones 5?
Yes.
Why?
Oh, is it me or Nicholas now?
Both. I don't care. Just one of you answer it.
Go ahead, Nathan.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, well, because James Mangold is amazing at what he does, and I love Indiana Jones. So I'm going in optimistically. Let's hope we don't get a let's hope we don't get a Indiana Jones 4 again, or a Toy Story 4 for that matter.
I like Toy Story 4.
Me too. I like it.
I like it. And just, here's what I'm saying though. Like we got the fourth one and it's still good. So it's like I'm not gonna complain that we got it. Like it's fine. Like
It's like
good
nice
and
side story.
necessary are two different things.
No
like,
movie's ever
I get that,
necessary,
but
though, Nate. Let's
at
be
the end of
honest.
the day, we're still getting a fifth Indiana Jones. Like I'm not like you could boycott it and just say like I'm not gonna see it because we don't need another one. But like you're gonna go see Indiana Jones 5. Like you're gonna go see that.
Okay, question. I did watch Luca. What's up, man?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. I'm feeling like
good.
I'm feeling hot right now. There's so many people. There's so many bodies in here. I feel so much. So much
Action
warmth.
Too much
I'm wearing my soul hat. How are you guys?
Oh, I don't have anything soul, so that makes me feel bad.
I'm wearing a Hall & Oates shirt. Like, come on.
I'm wearing a Last Jedi shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best out of the sequel trilogy.
Um,
I just opened a can of worms there.
so
Well,
so
this is
here's a
awesome.
question. So here's a question for all of you. So I did watch Luca yesterday. Okay, I watched it last night with my wife. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I don't understand. I mean, people are saying it's like bottom tier Pixar. I disagree. But I don't know. Has anybody seen it here?
I seen it.
I have seen that. Yeah.
Okay, Jackson, have you seen it yet or no?
Haven't seen it yet. Nope.
It's always Jackson. Jackson's always the one who hasn't seen it.
I watched Leave Her to Heaven today instead because I knew I'd enjoy that more. And guess what? I knew I was right.
All right. So without spoiling anything, like, what did you guys think of Luca?
I like this a little bit. It's very different than a lot of what we've seen in Pixar. But I do agree, it's not one of Pixar's best for sure. But I think that there was still a lot to like about it. So.
Are you guys still upset that it's not a theater release, even after having seen it on Disney Plus? Like, do you think it still should have been released in theaters?
I think
Yes.
so. I think so because the animation looks breathtaking, obviously, but kind of wish it was in big screen than a small screen. But overall, I thought it was a cute little film. It's not great. It's cute. It's fun. I enjoyed it. It's not the best, obviously.
I mean,
Right.
it's weird because like next year, like Lightyear is gonna be fun. I don't know. Turning Red could be really good, but also at the same time, I'm also kind of nervous because the idea just doesn't seem like something that I kind of care about.
But Lightyear, though.
Yeah, Lightyear could be
Lightyear
really
looks-
good, and
hopefully it's good.
I'm looking forward to that. But here's the thing about Luca that I liked, and I told me and my wife as we were watching it, the first 20 minutes of the movie, I thought of Little Mermaid, and then the rest of it, I thought of like Finding Nemo.
Oh, same, Nick. I literally out to my sister. I was like, "Little Mermaid much?" Like in the first like
Oh,
5 minutes.
Ponyo. It does remind me of
Oh,
Ponyo a
true,
little bit.
Ponyo. That's even a
Mhm.
better.
I haven't seen Ponyo. I need to see Ponyo.
It's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I remember that's a good one. I haven't seen it in forever, but I
Wait,
remember.
Nicholas, are you
same.
into Studio Ghibli?
I've only seen. I think I've seen 3 of the movies, so no. But I'm trying to work more into those. So
The 2 most popular ones, and that is it.
What,
I've seen
Spirited Away?
I've seen Cat Returns.
My Neighbor Totoro, and then I think
Totoro.
Firefly. So
I've seen Spirited Away and I've seen Cat Returns, which I kind of watched that because I was at my I have like this family in Idaho. They're basically like my second family. But anyway, they were watching it one day and I just kind of like popped in right when the movie started and I watched the whole thing and I was kind of like, well, that was something. Definitely not to the same extent of what Spirited Away is. I was like, wow, this feels like it's from a different studio, but it's not. So
Mhm.
they have this big fat giant cat king and it's really funny. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
And I remember all the cats walk on 2 legs. They don't walk on all 4s unless they're around humans. And I remember that being like explained for some reason. I remember being like, you could have just left it at they just walk on 2 legs and not explain that because it was awesome. That movie is awesome.
Yeah, kind of remind me of Cats.
Totoro.
cats.
what was that?
Wait, what are we talking about right now?
We're talking about The Cat Returns.
Oh, I love the Cat Returns.
Not Cats from the live action,
Oh, yeah,
Broadway, which I saw in theaters, which I regret.
Okay,
Oh my gosh, I want to see
saw
it with a friend, but they didn't see it.
Michelle and Alex, you guys can join. I mean, why not, man? Why not? We're having a party right now. It's like there's
This,
no like.
this is the crossover event.
You guys can join. I'll
Magnificent Seven.
send me your guys' send me your
7
Instagram
Samurai.
accounts. I don't know if I'm following you or if you guys are following me. I will just send them. Just put them in chat, and I'll send you the link so you can join. But yeah, Luca. I thought the animation was beautiful. I thought the score was really good. Like, and you know what's crazy? I was talking to my wife last night. Did you know my wife? I didn't even know this. My wife doesn't even like Soul. She didn't really like it.
Really
What?
I know.
interesting.
I have
Okay.
you can't see it, but okay, for one, here's Mr. Mittens.
Yeah,
You're committing.
cute.
That's what I was going for. And I have a Soul poster over here, but it's being blocked by Indiana Jones. But
I saw on 4K, which is right there. On the
hey, I
shelf.
saw on 4K too.
I
I
did
have
not
that.
buy
I have
it.
full
It's
on
on Disney Plus.
4K, but I'm not proving it to you guys.
Okay. No, my review for Luca, Nick, was I gave it 3 out of 5, and I just saw it. Like, that's why I'm kind of late to the stream because I was watching it. But I said a common word I'm seeing used to describe Luca is cute, and yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's definitely filled with kid jokes, and to me that didn't work too well. But the setting is new and refreshing, and the ending is emotional. Appreciated the classic movie posters hidden throughout too. The whole movie just felt like a medium-tier DreamWorks film with a Pixar ending. That's what I said.
Wait, Luca or Onward?
Luca.
Onward.
Or
That
you-
could probably work for Onward.
Nicholas
too,
likes
honestly.
Onward more?
Yeah, could that work for Onward too?
it's
Like,
not. I mean, Onward's very different.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Onward
Onward
is
more.
very. I actually don't really kind of care about Onward that much. If I'm going to be completely honest, I thought it was
Whoa.
good, just kind of basic Pixar though.
I loved it because I can relate to the brother storyline because I have a younger brother. Like I can so relate to that because I'm an oldest brother, so because I care about my younger brothers a lot. So that's a connection right there. I really enjoy that aspect of Onward a lot. That's why I love that movie a lot more. Of the time
No, I
Yeah.
liked Onward. I liked Onward quite a bit. For as much as like I heard it was just mediocre, I was like, yeah, that was pretty good actually. Like
Yeah,
I
it was.
didn't mind it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like bottom tier. Like the worst for me is Good Dinosaur. I that and Cars 2 are just terrible. So
I
Cars
hate
2.
Brave. I hate Brave.
yeah,
Brave
Brave
is
is
awful.
Speaking of Brave, that's one of the other Pixar films that I've come to appreciate over the years. When I first time watched this movie, I didn't like it, but over the years, when I rewatched it, over the years, I've come to appreciate the film a little bit more, even though it's still not a great film by any means. You know,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's not the best.
I need to see it again. It's number 22 on my list of 24 Pixar films, so I need to give it another watch. But
I think it's low for me too.
Nick, my 24 is Cars 2, and my 23 is The Good Dinosaur. So like you and I both agree, those are like the.
Why is the Good Dinosaur so bad?
It's just
Why does
weird.
that movie suck?
The animation's not even good.
just like-
The
it's
background
so
animation is
disappointing.
gorgeous, and the characters look terrible. They look like blocks. Like it looks like unfinished. Nicholas should be animating like that movie. Like just go to Nicholas and reanimate that movie. I bet the movie's 10 times better. I guarantee it's a better movie.
I enjoyed the movie, but it's like the story need work a little bit more.
It's just boring.
Yeah.
It was so boring.
Yo,
I kind of agree with that.
Steve Zahn, who is just any movie with Steve Zahn usually is kind of bad because he's like
except
one
for
of
War
the
for the Planet of the
No, I
Apes.
was just about to say, don't say War for the Planet.
Yes, that movie's a masterpiece.
He's the one
It
pterodactyl, and I knew at that moment when he was, and I told Nate and Jackson, I knew at that moment when he was in the movie that I was going to hate it. And I did.
Nope.
I knew
I'm
from
out
the
of
first
here.
30
I'm
minutes
gone.
when it was like a farming movie that I was gonna hate it. I was like, what is this? He's learning how to farm? Who cares?
Oh,
And every time the movie, he keep whining and whining, like, I don't want to do this. I'm scared. I'm like, okay, but
well, it looked weird. Yeah, Nick and I were talking. It looked weird how the animation of the nature was so beautiful and
So
realistic,
good.
and the
Mhm,
dinosaurs
yes.
were like so stupid.
It looked,
So they-
it looked terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
so what they
the
did
movie
is that they
Dinosaur.
decided to combine two different animation styles into one.
yeah.
Oh,
And
they should
doesn't
never have
work.
done that. They should have never done that.
What was like that like early 2000s like dinosaur movie
Mhm.
where it was like live action with animation? Like that movie looks so much better than The Good Dinosaur. And that movie came
It's
out
true.
like 15
I
years
actually
before.
kind of like
Yeah.
that movie. Really nostalgic.
No,
I
it's not a
actually
good
kind of like
movie.
that movie
Super
too.
nostalgic.
Yeah, what is it just called Dinosaurs?
It's just called
Yeah.
Dinosaur, yeah.
Just that
Very
dinosaur, yeah.
clever of them. Very clever. What if we did a thing where people comment Pixar movies and we say what number it is on our list? Do you guys all have a ranking?
I do,
Yes.
yes.
I can come up with
I
one
do.
in my head.
Okay, sweet. All right. I'm not Nick, but leave your comments below on a Pixar movie, and we'll
That's
tell you
totally
what
fine.
number it is on our list of 24 films, or in Jackson's case, 23 films.
I'm honestly very scared for this.
Nathan, by the way, for those of you who don't know, Nathan is actually a moderator. So technically he kind of does have that power just to be like,
I
hey,
really?
you do. Remember I made you a mod. I'll make all of you guys mods that are in here right now. Like honestly, I don't really care.
I don't think I can share comments or anything. Do moderators get to share comments?
I think so. Well, no, not share comments in this. StreamYard is different, but like you get to in the YouTube chat, you can like, I don't know,
Yeah, that's cool.
do stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
So Michelle, awkward actor, I followed you on Instagram. So if you follow me back, we'll be able to message each other, and then I'll message you the link if that
I
works.
sent her a link to Nick.
Okay, then
I
that
just
works
used the
perfectly.
account. Yeah.
Wait, I wanted to see something real quick. By the way, Zoe says Ace in the Hole is one of his favorite movies.
Haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
it's a good movie.
It's an incredible movie.
Yeah,
It's
you
about
guys
them.
actually
Get it
compares
on
it
Criterion
to.
Sale.
You do not hate The Godfather. What are you talking about? Are you trying to be just edgy right now? Is that what you're trying to
You guys
do?
saw my name. I didn't think you guys saw my name. I'm changing it back.
I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
even notice all these name changes.
How
Okay,
I don't know
besides
who the
Jackson,
guest is,
did
to be
anyone
honest.
quote what mine is from besides Jackson? That's what I thought. It's because the character says it too fast. It's from Interstellar.
Oh yeah.
It's Two can play that game.
It is overrated, though. I will say.
No, don't, Nate, don't do it. No,
Oh no!
no.
I
Look at
hate
that!
Empire.
Look at that!
I
Wow.
hate you.
Okay.
How about that?
I hate me
Man.
too. I'm gonna change that.
Oh wow, really? The Princess Bride sucks. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yo, what are you guys doing? Are you guys trying to break my heart right now? I can't say Punch Drunk Love sucks because I love that movie. You know I love that movie, Jackson. I hate you for it, dude. I can't say
Oh
anything
my
bad
God, I'm
about it.
having fun.
But how about this? For Nate, It's a Wonderful Life is the most overrated movie of all time.
Ooh.
How about that, Nate? Jerk.
That's a very subjective comment. We talked about subjectivity earlier. That's what we call subjective, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, can we say though?
Objectively, you would say it's amazing.
No, objectively, the most overrated movie of all time is Avatar. Like hands down, that movie. Why is that the highest
You
grossing
got it
movie?
right here.
Michelle!
Hello, good to
Hi.
be here. Hello, this is my debut. So yeah,
Yeah!
Welcome in.
hello.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, doing all right. The thing is, right now graduation has happened for me, so things have just sort of been uneventful. So, trying to celebrate in the boredom, if you know what I mean. So yeah,
Nice.
There you go.
That's exciting. Congrats on graduating.
thank you, much appreciated.
I'm trying to look for.
Jackson, I hate you. How can you? You're such a liar. You love Punch Drunk Love. You know you do.
I'm trying to make a list of Pixar movies ranked, and I literally only have 5 because those are the only those were the first 5 that came to
There it
mind.
is.
Yeah. Yeah, like I have a different edition, but yeah, the thing is, I personally I know that Plague Dogs, I think you can find its very devoted fans of the book, but I find that people either absolutely adore it, saying it's on par with Watership Down, or people who are in the boat as me saying it's okay, it's not as good as Watership Down, but I don't want to instill an opinion upon you before you even read it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
yeah.
stoked either way. For those who don't know, this is by the same author of Watership Down. And Michelle and I both agree that it should be put into the Criterion Collection, the movie version.
It
Yes,
looks like
honestly.
the same type of cover as Watership Down.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm also
Still haven't
interested
seen
in
Watership
reading some of
Down.
the. Yeah, I am absolutely obsessed with Watership Down. The thing is, I saw the movie first, and I just found it so fascinating that it motivated me to read the book. And now the book is one of my favorite books of all time, probably my favorite just adventure book of all time. In fact, in my family, it's so well known that how much I love Watership Down that my uncle actually, for my birthday, he got me 2 signed copies of the book just months after the author passed away.
Oh
So
my
those are
Wow.
those are my prized.
That is so
Let me
cool.
Let me go get them real quick. Hold
Yeah,
on. They are my prized possessions. Oh my gosh.
that is so cool. I found
Okay,
out
so
about.
first it's
Oh, yeah,
this
sure.
one. So I'm trying to find the signature. Yeah, right there.
Oh my goodness.
That's so cool.
It's technically not signed to me, but it's so because he gave these to me just I think just months after the author passed away, So
Jeez, that's
this
insane.
one, my personal favorite one because it has the cool illustrations. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
very
cool,
cool.
man.
I want to
I don't-
reread it. I read
I
it in
don't own
2018.
anything
I
cool.
loved it.
Yeah, honestly, I just read little excerpts of it from time to time, and I'm oh my gosh, this book is so good,
It is.
It
It's
has so
insane.
much. Yeah.
And the author, for those who like don't, so we're going on a whole Watership Down rant now, but for those who don't know, the author, he claims that the story just came out of like stories he told his kids in the car. But like there's so much symbolism in the book, like there's no way that it can just be some made up story. Like there's even if it is made up, there's so much symbolism behind it. It's great.
Like Richard Adams has said that, you know, like he wasn't intending to make any sort of allegorical thing, allegorical language. But the thing is, since he did serve in World War II, so yeah, there's almost like this feeling that you have where like maybe like he unintentionally kind of had this inspiration when writing the book, you know, sort of like unintentionally writing his story a bit in there. But yeah, the thing is, like, he was telling these stories to his like children, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good! You need to write this down," you know. So like, listen to your kids.
It's so cool.
I guess something like that. Yeah.
I wanted to say real quick, Numanoid, how are you? Welcome in. Joey, how you doing?
Hey,
Mike,
Joey. I don't know.
I saw Cat in theaters too. On Broadway. I didn't like. I watched the movie. I did this entire video that I never released actually, just because I kind of hated myself for making it. But I did a marathon where I watched nothing but terrible movies. So Cats, Howard the Duck.
Oh my gosh.
What were the other ones? Probably the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen LaQuisha. I've seen some really bad movies.
Oh, you've seen LaQuisha? Get out of here. Get out of here.
I watched it only because someone was doing a commentary of it and I really liked the creator. And I was like, I'm going to watch it with them just because I don't know what it's about. And then I watched it and I was like, wow, I see why they're doing a commentary on this. But what was the movie? It was
Have you seen the Room?
The Room is actually like so bad that it's good.
Okay.
It was the bird. It was something birds. I can't remember it, but it's so bad. It's like it looks like it was made on a potato.
Oh, then, is it the? Oh my gosh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I didn't go to Letterboxd. I could find it on Letterboxd. I don't remember what it's called. And then I watched Plan 9 from Outer Space, and that movie to me was just so boring.
Yeah,
like it's not like so bad that it's good. I found it to be really boring. But dude, Howard the Duck, they have I kid you not, I hated that movie from the first 5 minutes because they literally have ducks with like female breasts, and it was like, what is this I'm watching? It was the worst thing. I was like, this is awkward, man. You cannot unsee that.
I think someone commented.
Birdemic. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, is that it?
Oh, Birdemic. I've seen the sequel too, which is
not gonna lie. I actually want to see that.
Dude, it might be kind of relevant, times being what they are, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this guy makes $1 million in the first 10 minutes of the movie. So I don't know. This guy doesn't necessarily need to be helping the environment. He just needs to be the 1%.
Yeah. What happened to everyone suggesting Pixar movies to us?
Oh yeah. Let's talk about Pixar movies.
No one's commenting, please.
Wait, the Simp Doctor hasn't seen Lord of the Rings? Are you serious?
Wait, what?
I haven't. Guilty. Honestly.
You haven't either?
No. It's just I really want to read the books before I see the movies. Honestly, and
that's
plus,
how I am with Watership Down and Plague Dogs.
Right.
That's
Yeah, like I've been doing that recently, like with a couple of like books. Like I read the book to Rosemary's Baby before watching the movie, and that I think made me just appreciate the movie like 10 times more than if I hadn't read the book, because and plus there was like all of this anticipation because I was doing this marathon of like these Halloween themed movies, and like I finished the book in that 1 week. So it was like the stars were aligning for me to love the movie, honestly.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. And I just finished the audiobook to All Quiet on the Western Front, and I really want to see that movie soon. The movie adaptation.
It's so weird that these movies have books. That's the thing is like I don't read books. My favorite book of all time is actually The Great Gatsby. No joke. It's actually my favorite book of all time.
Oh, hey, did you read it in high school or something?
I did.
Nick?
I didn't read it.
I was going to say,
to read that book.
But Great Gatsby is my favorite book of all time.
I have video evidence of you saying you want to read more in my
I do want
last
to read more.
video.
I do want
It's
to
the
read
one with
more.
Nicholas. It's
My
the one where
father-in-law
Nicholas
literally
Nick, and I
bought me a
go
book
Criterion
and like
Chapter.
sent it to me.
What?
Dude, I hate your name, Nate. Punch Drunk Love Sucks 2.0.
Just quick thing. The thing is, my mom is so like she's so like visual. Like she is extremely. She has a strong passion against Punch Drunk Love. Honestly, she despises that movie so much. I think she just doesn't like the movies of Paul Thomas Anderson. Honestly, because she similarly hates Phantom Thread. You know. So I haven't seen any Paul Thomas Anderson movie, but I need to get onto that. I know I need to get onto that, but yeah, like
I see you, Nathan. I see you.
I really like
You
Punch
heard
Drunk Love.
you heard the Lord of the Rings is really long, like 3 hours. Hey, I don't know where you heard that, but
Look.
it's true.
I've watched the extended cuts 1,000 times. It never gets old.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so good.
Now that I've seen the extended, I can never go back to the theatrical.
Yeah, me neither.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I mean, the only one of the three that I would say the extended cut isn't nearly as different is the Fellowship, but like Two Towers and Return of the King are so different, extended to theatrical. Like, it's crazy to me how different they are.
Speaking of long movies, I'll be watching this one soon for the first time.
Is that
I
Red
have that
Dawn?
movie. No, I own that movie.
I'm
Yeah.
interested in
Why?
seeing that since it won Best
Hey, that's
Picture
every
over.
grandpa's favorite
like-
movie.
Yeah, like I'm interested in seeing that mostly because like it won Best Picture over 12 Angry Men, and I adore that movie so much. Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
it's better than 12
That is,
Angry
I
Men.
love that cover. Also, I think it's fair to say, Michelle, that like if you don't love 12 Angry Men, like who are you? Like I don't think I've ever met someone except for my two sisters for some reason that didn't like 12 Angry Men. Hey,
Mm,
My roommates didn't like 12 Angry Men.
what? Like I
Well,
don't.
they weren't like, I don't know.
film
this
is
was the biggest
subjective
film
or
I've
whatever.
ever seen.
Yeah.
It's true.
They're like, let's just put on a movie. Like
Yo.
we don't care.
Yo,
Just
you
put-
got 4K.
Look at Jackson flexing his 4K on us. Dumb and Dumber's my number one. I like Dumb and Dumber, so you know. Me too,
Actually, in
man.
the background, I love Dumb and Dumber. Just a distant voice. Hey,
I love it.
Appa and Mr.
Um,
Mysteries.
Wow, this is kind of crazy. I've never had a live stream with 6 people before. It's kind of
I actually don't like eggs, Nate. I do not like eggs.
Oh, I like eggs, but I'm also quoting the Amanda Show. I like eggs.
Okay, speaking of I know we talked about we're gonna get into Pixar and stuff, but like, have any of you guys seen the iCarly revival? Did any of you guys watch it?
No.
I did.
Not yet.
No, I didn't
I
grow up on
actually did.
iCarly, so no.
I didn't.
I have no interest.
Okay.
You have no interest?
I haven't seen it. I don't
No.
think I will because I just don't think it'll be good. But I liked our iCarly when I was.
You know what's weird about it? Is
What?
that it feels like Friends.
Friends.
Like, it does not feel. It's like surprisingly, they say things that just kind of make shock me.
I know that it's more mature.
Yeah, it's very more
Yeah.
mature. I mean, I watched the 3 episodes. Look, I never really cared about the show. I always wanted Drake and Josh, but that'll never happen.
Yes.
Well, not
That's just
now.
like Drake just got arrested.
Yeah, because he just got arrested for being a freaking creep.
Yeah.
Which
Idiot.
sucks because I loved Drake and Josh so much. But
Jake and Josh was my jam as a kid.
oh,
Like,
dude, it's my favorite
Yes,
show.
so funny.
I
The
loved
thing
it.
is, my dad like didn't allow my brother and I to have like watch Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network when we were growing up, so we only had like PBS Kids. Honestly,
Arthur!
yes, that is totally like the
Arthur
epitome
Club.
of my nostalgic. Like honestly, so because of that, like for a while, I didn't grow up on like any sort of like uneducational show, but then like this one friend of mine like showed me like the Disney Channel or something, and then my dad was like, "What have you been consumed by?"
Yeah, I mean, I stopped watching when I was like super young. I remember Cartoon Network had this show that was so stupid, but it was Total Drama Island, and I'd watch it every week because I thought it was just so funny how stupid that. It was like an animated show about Survivor, basically.
Mhm.
Oh, yep, I remember that show. Yep, I remember that show.
I think
Yeah, I
only
remember it
heard-
too, but I didn't watch it.
There's another one that was like, so that was Total Drama, right?
Yeah.
They had like different iterations. There was another one that was on this weird like side kids channel that was kind of like PBS, but it was like for actual like made shows that were like fiction. They weren't like educational. And there was this one with Corbin Blue, and it was, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like Flight something, and it was totally a ripoff of Lost, but it was with teenagers.
Oh
So
my
in like
gosh.
a way, it was a ripoff of Lost, but also like a ripoff of Lord of the Flies at the same time. So it was like, what is going on?
Oh, really quickly, Jackson. Not to go full circle back to Watership Down, but that's actually how I found out about Watership Down through Lost. When I was watching Lost, Sawyer. Have you seen Lost, Michelle?
No.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, that show.
I have.
Sorry.
In
I
Lost, one of the
stopped watching
characters.
now. I lost interest.
He's like
Right.
the man. Oh my gosh, you had to say you lost interest. Nice pun, Nick. But Sawyer, he's like the manliest character of the show. He's like sitting on the beach reading Watership Down. And I know that Lost is full of symbolism. So I was like, why of all books did they choose that book with the rabbit on the cover? So that's when I was like, huh. And I found out it was a Criterion. So I was like, okay, straight up, I'm going to read it. And yeah, it's amazing. But anyways, okay.
Yeah,
We won't
the
go
thing
down
is,
that.
like, my friends are very much adamant about, like, hey, this is something that references Watership Down. Here it is. Like, I
Yeah.
think a friend of mine was watching, like, 20th Century Women, and they were like, somebody referenced Watership Down in one quote. You should totally see it. Or something like that. Just for that one quote, that
awesome.
one bit of, like, and then, yeah, just little things like that. Just bring my heart joy, honestly.
So Neil asked a question. What is your favorite Western? So I guess all of us can like go around and
Going on
Oh, that's actually a really good question.
who wants to go first? Because I have to think. I
I have to think on
too.
mine.
it's one of those genres I just haven't watched a lot of movies of, but I've
See,
seen
it's the
movies.
opposite for me because I've seen a lot of Westerns because my grandpa just constantly on loop watches them all day long. So I've seen hundreds of these things.
Nomadland on Redbox is or on Letterboxd is a Western?
I disagree.
I could see
Yeah.
it in a way. I
mean,
can in a
it
way.
kind of is, but like also at the same time, like it's not like what I would consider a Western.
No,
like a
I get. I
drama.
know. Traditionally, no, it's not a Western.
Okay, according to Letterboxd, I have seen 20 Western movies in my life, including Nomadland. And the three that are my favorite of what I'm looking at is I'll actually show the Criterion. Destry Rides Again, James Stewart.
Hey,
Yeah, highly recommend. And then
James Stewart's not even cool.
yeah, you're not even cool. And then oh, I actually have four to share. Four. Destry Rides Again, Rango, the animated movie, Three Amigos, and this is fun. Wait, I had another one. Oh, High Noon with Gary Cooper.
great movie.
That's a good one.
great movie.
That's a good movie.
amazing.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, I love High Noon.
Okay, I'll do a.
Into westerns, but I'd probably say Dances with Wolves. Probably.
Ooh,
I'm sorry, I hate that movie so much.
No, Jackson, I know you hate it because I remember in high school, I told you, I was like, dude, just watch Dances with Wolves, loved it. And I think even then you're like, well, I hate that movie. I'm like, no!
I hate that movie. Yeah,
That's
no,
what
I need to
rewatch.
watch it again because I haven't seen it since I was like 13. Maybe that's why I hate it so much. But
It's year 2001.
it is. Well, I don't know. Apples to oranges there, but
Well, I'm saying because like I didn't like 2001 and I didn't.
okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
No, I can see that.
Yeah.
But I for westerns, I'll do like modern versus classic. So modern western, No Country for Old Men, hands down, best western.
Really good.
Really
Really good.
Yeah, and then for
horrifying movie, honestly.
yeah, Anton
Benicio
Chigurh.
del Toro is creepy in that movie, dude.
No,
He's
it's not
so
Benicio
creepy.
del Toro.
It's not. It's
Javier Bardem.
Javier
Yes,
Bardem.
Javier Bardem,
I get
yeah.
them mixed up all the time. They look kind of the same.
Oh, the scene where he goes into the room and just starts shooting everybody like mercilessly. You're just like, I would crap my pants. Yeah, and then for classic western, man, I guess I'd say Stagecoach. I mean, that's so cliche, but I mean that movie like revolutionized the western for American movies. So I'm gonna say Stagecoach.
That's a good one.
I think for me, it's tough because I've not seen a lot of westerns. But for classics, I'm gonna go with Red River. I really enjoy that film a lot. Directed by Howard Hawks. Really do enjoy that film a lot, but I need to revisit that film. It's been a long time. And for modern, I gotta go with The Hateful Eight because
Wow,
the
interesting
dialogue,
choice.
the dialogue is just it gets like it's the magic basically. Yeah, The Hateful Eight for modern classic Red River.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a
Great
great
movie.
Yeah. What about you, Michelle?
I don't watch like the amount of Western movies that I've watched is pretty much zero, I guess, that you would like that you would immediately imagine as a Western. The only one that I can kind of think of is Red River, but the thing is I saw that like years ago and I never even finished it, and I need to get onto that, honestly. I still don't know how it ends, honestly, and that's been such a pain for me for like 12 years, honestly. So I should probably finish that movie, but I'm looking up just sort of Western movies.
Is anyone else in their letterbox right now? That's what I had to do. I had to look at my movies, watch the filter to
I
Western.
briefly looked on that, but there was literally no Westerns. The thing is, the YouTube channel Cinefix, they mentioned they did mention like they mentioned on their top 10 Westerns, they put Star Wars at number 1, so I'll just go with that, honestly.
It is a Western.
So yeah, I'll honestly just go with that, honestly.
Yeah, and
Star
technically,
Wars. That's the best choice.
Like, any of Kurosawa's samurai movies are quote unquote Westerns because
they're Western inspired.
My modern and my so I'm gonna have the same classic Western as Nate, High Noon. That movie's great. Then modern, Django Unchained. I love that movie, dude. So I'm gonna go like that movie. For me, it's like Inglourious Bastards is my number 1 Tarantino. I love that movie so much. Django is like so close. It's like number 2. It's like so close to Inglourious Bastards. That movie is just so
Tell
good,
Me
man.
Flora Goodbye is the funniest death scene ever. When he shoots the sister through the doorway. And you see how they did that too. It's amazing. I love the vibe.
What I like about that movie too is that like you get great performances from everybody, but like Leonardo DiCaprio is like has never been scarier in ever. Like he
actually injured his hand.
Yeah, he literally cut his hand because he was so into the scene and he kept going.
That's commitment. That's
amazing.
Oh my gosh, we haven't said The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Oh man,
haven't seen that.
Oh man, that's like top of my list. When I saw that, I was just amazed. Yep, there it is. Yeah, I was looking at my list, and that's at the top. I skipped right over to Destry Rides Again, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Unforgiven is also fantastic.
Unforgiven is very good, Best Picture winner. But 2 modern ones that I really liked, Ballad of Buster Scruggs and last year's News of the World. I actually really like News of the World.
I
like News of the World.
Yeah, it was a solid movie.
It was boring, but it was fine.
Yeah, it was good enough.
I disagree.
Come on.
Leonardo DiCaprio is amazing.
Go
up. Like
his name is Leo.
Wait, go up to Thomas Jefferson. Come up to that comment.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Who is this?
I don't know.
Is this Alan?
Bob
I mean,
Ross
it could be. I don't think it is though, because I don't think he knows. But
anyway, the other Western I actually like, it's considered a Western, is The Revenant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great
I've heard of that. Yeah.
The Martian is technically a Western too. It's a sci-fi Western.
I'm confused. What good movies are we missing? We talked about Good, the Bad, the Ugly, which is on IMDb's top 10.
Let us know your favorite Western, and we'll. Because that's the thing, it's like a genre that I haven't seen a lot of, to be completely honest.
Same
like,
here.
I need to watch more.
Maybe I should have chosen that for the 25 movie challenge, honestly.
Yes.
I thought about it, but I was like, do I want to watch 25?
What is this? Hillary Clinton just wasn't very good.
What is going on? Seriously, what's going on?
Oh, man.
This might be Jack, Nathan. That might be Jack.
Probably is. Who are you?
Okay. Then can't go crazy.
That Home Alone 2 performance was Oscar-deserving Leo. I haven't seen Home Alone 2, to be honest.
Wait, what?
He's talking about Donald Trump.
No.
Oh.
Nick hasn't seen.
I thought he was talking about
Home Alone
DiCaprio.
2.
Yeah,
Like, he's
also,
in that
how have
movie?
you not seen Home Alone 2?
You haven't seen Home Alone 2?
Okay, so Neil says
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven or Once Upon a Time in the West.
I need to
We
see
said Unforgiven.
haven't
I need
seen
to see
either of those.
Unforgiven as well. Clint Eastwood is like a Western icon, honestly.
Once
Yeah.
Upon a
I
Time in
haven't
the
Blu-ray.
West is
I have not seen it
fine,
yet.
But he's
but
also
it's way too long.
Clint Eastwood is also the type of guy who sits on his porch and says, "Get off my lawn!" Like
Yes.
that's exactly who he is.
Isn't that
He's
the-
not. He's really not that in Unforgiven though.
No, the tool in that movie is the guy
Gene
from.
Hackman.
Yes, thank you, Gene Hackman. He's the tool in that one.
He is such a good. He's so good in it though. Like he won the
He
Oscar
is.
for it. Duh. But like,
He's great.
still, it was amazing.
Yeah, it's a good
That's a
movie.
great actor.
So Mitchell asks, "Have you guys watched the Queen's Gambit in Hollywood 2020 Netflix series?" I watched Hollywood.
Yeah, I saw
I've seen
Hollywood.
Queen
Queen's Gambit.
Gambit.
Everybody
I wanna
watched
see
Queen's
Queen's
Gambit.
Gambit,
Nobody
'cause
in
I've heard it's
America
really
didn't
good.
watch Queen's Gambit.
I've
I
seen
didn't
it.
watch it.
I haven't seen
I've
it.
seen it.
Well, you're not in America then. You didn't watch
Yeah.
it, so you're not in
Yeah,
America.
what gives? No.
But I did watch Hollywood, and it was not great. The
Queen's
first couple
Gambit
was
is
I liked
good,
it.
and then everything
I
else
mean-
was terrible.
I liked it. I mean, maybe it's just because like I'm such a big movie buff, but like, you know, it gave me like the nice Hollywood feels, I guess.
I get that.
So yeah.
I mean, I like the cast. I really like the cast a lot. I thought she was in Spider-Man Homecoming. I really like her as an actress. I can't think of what her name is.
Yeah. And also Jeremy Pope as well. I thought he was really great in this show. He's also like a big person on like Broadway, honestly. So
Samara
different
Weaving
medium. But
is great in
what's
it.
that?
Samara Weaving.
Ah.
I like her a lot. She looks like she's Margot Robbie's what people call her, like the dollar bin Margot Robbie or something. I feel like that's like terrible. I hate when people say that. It's like she's great in her own way.
Mhm.
But Jeremy Pope, he was good in it. I've never really seen him in anything else, to be honest. I don't really watch a lot of Broadway stuff. Nick, watch Home Alone 2. Wow. Okay. I see what you guys want me
We
to
should
do.
watch Home Alone 2.
Yes, Numanoid, yes! His comment.
I haven't seen it, but that's because Christmas movies are just, I love Christmas movies, but I get into this weird thing where it's like I have to watch certain Christmas movies every year,
Yes.
and then I just kind of I always forget about Home Alone 2. I just always do.
You got to learn about Christmas tree. Christmas tree, my Christmas tree. You got to learn, man. You got to learn about that bit.
Really exciting thing. Christmas tree. Whoa! Falls back.
Whoa.
The piano lady gets like knocked out.
And it's because she can't, like, she looks up at this giant piece of, like, plywood is about to fall on her. It's like, just move.
I know. It's like Ron in Sorcerer's Stone. Just get up the night.
How are you, Nathan? Y'all want to stare at the screen for 5 seconds in silence for no reason whatsoever? Yes. Okay.
There we go.
That was great. That was wonderful.
I wish my mom or sister would have walked in on me in that moment.
Hey, Nate, what are you doing? Turn around.
Get out of here.
Okay, I love this question because I'm a huge horror buff.
Ooh,
Most overrated
Ooh.
horror
I
film.
disagree.
Between
What a
The
hot
Witch and The
take,
Exorcist.
man,
I don't
on
think
both
The
of these.
Exorcist. I haven't seen The Witch. I really want to watch it, but I don't think The Exorcist is overrated.
I disagree. I love The Exorcist. I disagree.
Yeah, I don't-
Love The Exorcist.
To
Love
me,
The
The
Witch,
Exorcist doesn't
too.
hold up nearly as well anymore, but like it's still a good movie. To me, the most overrated horror film ever, I'm gonna be honest, over the last at least decade is Hereditary. I know.
Okay,
I know.
whatever.
For
Whatever.
me, that movie was just is good, but everyone thought it was like amazing, and I was like, I don't get it. I don't think it's amazing. Like it's
We're
good.
not friends anymore.
I mean, I'm sorry.
I think Midsommar is more overrated than Hereditary, but
Wait, which one do you think is
Which
more
one?
overrated? Nicholas?
Midsummer.
That movie's. I
Okay,
don't
come
like that movie. That movie's
I
just
love that movie.
pretentious in all the wrong ways. I just yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll say.
I don't have
Blair
the guts to see
Witch
those
Project.
movies, honestly.
You don't watch scary movies?
Very I mean, when I do, it's like if it has historical significance, you know, like so like
Abraham Lincoln
Jaws,
Vampire
The
Slayer.
Shining, etc.
Oh, be quiet.
So when I think of like horror films that I think are like overrated, now like I don't hate this movie, okay? Like, I recognize it's really well made, but it's because of like the overexposure that I've had of it that I have a lack of opinion, and that's The Shining. So hear me out. Okay, so the thing is, like, I watched the movie recently, and I think because the movie is so ingrained into pop culture, like the image, the story, like I pretty much knew what was going to happen beat for beat, and so I wasn't really experiencing the movie, you know. I was just sort of like, okay, there's the scene, that's yep, now they're like in the snow, I know how this is going to go. But like I know that like when I first heard of the scenes, they did like legitimately send like shivers down my spine, so it is like legitimately effective as a horror movie, but I'm so sad that the media had to take that away from me, honestly.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because like there's a lot of movies that are like older that I really want to watch, but I already know them, so it's like there's kind of it's like I want to watch them, but I know when I watch them I'm already gonna have preconceived notions because I know about it. But The Shining, I love that movie, I really do.
Same.
I'm sorry.
It's so good. Nathan, what's yours?
I have 3. I agree with The Witch. I don't care for that one. And then The Thing and Blair Witch Project.
The Thing? Blair Witch Project I haven't seen.
Wait,
Dude,
hold on,
The Thing is amazing. I love that movie.
Wait, what?
It's so innovative. Like the actual practical effects are just incredible.
I love that movie.
Yeah, The Thing is so good.
I prefer Alien, and it's not even a competition.
Well,
Wait,
hey,
you don't like Blair Witch Project?
We're not with Chris and Trevor.
I think it's overrated. I saw it. So I watched it on VidAngel, and it swears so much the whole thing was muted. And so I was just like, this is not enjoyable at all. And also I knew the spoiler going into it, but
the ending
wasn't enjoyable
scares
to me.
the crap out of me still.
I haven't seen it. I want to watch it this October. So, but hey, if it was Chris and Trevor in here, they would say Halloween, and I can't have that.
Nick, don't watch Blair Witch Project this October. Watch the others.
No. Watch The Innocents and then watch the others.
Well, Blair Witch Project,
Yes. And then watch the movie with Ben Whitehead from Stranger Things.
the others is on my list, but Blair Witch Project I've seen parts of before. Like my brother was watching it, and my brother was like, "This movie's way too scary for you." And at that point, I'd already watched horror movies, but he was kind of going about it, so I was just like, "All right, whatever, I'll leave." So I left, and then I kind of never watched it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the shaky cam, the whole homemade look. I just never really liked it. Like Paranormal Activity, I hate that movie. So many people like that movie, and I don't really like it, to be honest.
It's
I think
overrated.
Chronicle or Chronicle was my favorite.
Yeah, Chronicle's good.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's what I'm gonna say. Paranormal Activity is overrated for me.
Oh
I
yeah.
do not like that movie at all.
Well, it's funny. I was watching with my mom, and I was like, I didn't get scared at all, not one time. And my mom was like, "Isn't it cool that this movie was like, real, like this based on actual
My
stuff?"
parents did
I
the same
really
thing with
looked it up.
me.
I really looked it up, and I go, "Mom, this was all created. This is fake." And after that point, my mom goes, "Well, this is stupid." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, it sucks." I don't know. Like, it's just I wouldn't say it's overrated just because like people around me didn't really like it either. But I don't know.
I didn't
don't
like Hereditary that much, Nick, and that's kind of a hot take because that movie is horrifying.
See, yeah, for me,
I
I don't like it because it disturbed me, but I
honestly.
recognize that it's a great movie. That's how I am. So that's why I don't say that's an overrated because like I think it's a great movie. The Vanishing is also a great movie that I never want to see again. But
to me, the problem with Hereditary is this, and I've said this a million times. I think if I didn't go into it being told this movie's for you, Nick, that this is going to be the greatest horror movie you've ever seen, because so many people had said that. I think if I didn't have that thought going into it, I probably would have absolutely loved it. But I watched it and I was just like, okay, it's good. I really like the symbolism behind everything. Toni Collette's performance is really great.
should
Right.
I
No.
I didn't think the movie was that scary. I just didn't really find it that suspenseful. And I'm sorry, but Ari Aster like sounds like that doesn't scare me. I don't know. It was
Look.
weird to me.
The way I see her, I stutter. Hereditary is that I see it like a psychological film, than like a horror film. It's not like really a horror film, like a scary, spooky you out of space.
Mhm.
It's more like a psychological, film. That's why I see it. That's why I love a movie, because you've seen this family going bananas basically, and it goes there. I really like this movie, but hey, I respect your opinion. So
Yeah. Well, the thing
You
is,
know.
too, is like I kind of wish that for Ari Aster's sake, that people didn't come out and say this is the greatest horror movie since The Exorcist, because he got a big head, and I think
Mhm.
that's why he went and did what he did in Midsommar, where he just had all these pretentious shots, and he's like, "Look at how good I am." It's like, dude, this is your second movie. Like, humble yourself. Like, you're not.
like
Kubrick.
he has a good vision, but
He does.
you know,
I just don't know. I think he's a part of a cult or something because like he's so fascinated by it. But I mean, I don't know. He's a weird guy. What about you? For you, Nicholas, what's your most overrated horror movie?
I'm gonna say Halloween.
come on.
I don't. No. I don't hate it, but it's. I don't know.
Dude, I
Live up to
can't.
hype, in my opinion.
I
I
can't.
think I'd see Halloween.
Nicholas,
Sorry.
just
You had said it. You had said it before that if like two other people were in here that if they said Halloween, I was dreading that. So I'm sorry.
For those of you who don't know in chat,
Nicholas just been waiting.
for those
Hey.
of you who don't know in chat, Halloween is my favorite horror movie of all time. The original.
I'd also
The
And I'm not
Thing
the biggest fan
is
of
my
Halloween
favorite
2018,
horror movie of all time.
Dude, that movie scares me still. Like every time I watch that movie just scares me because what I like about it is it's so random. It's just why did he stalk these women? Because he just wanted to.
Yeah.
Like he was just evil, and like I just love that movie so much, man. It's like a perfect
I
movie.
still do.
Me too. I watch it every year. I watch it like 3 times every
I own it
year.
on
I
4K,
love it.
and
Yeah,
it's amazing.
that movie is just incredible, man. I don't know. Like I'll never understand why people think it's. I don't know. I guess it's not for everybody, and I get that subjectivity, but like I'll never understand why people don't like it. Like I don't know. It's weird to
it's
me.
a solid 7 out of 10 for me. I'll give it
Okay.
that.
You know what? I'll take that.
Sure.
Trevor would give it like
sure.
a 2 out of 10.
I think
so I'll
I
take
gave it 7 out of 10 too, actually.
When are we talking about our least favorite horror film?
Overrated.
Most overrated.
Overrated.
Most overrated?
Mhm.
For me, it's Paranormal Activity. I didn't get the hype, honestly. Like, remember the trailer? They were so hyping about it. They showed the trailer of their
They showed
audience
the reaction of people
reaction.
watching in the theater when they're like all
Yeah.
actors, when they're not even real people watching it.
Yeah, I was like, they were so hyping about the trailers. I remember seeing the TV spot saying they were showing the audience reaction. I'm like, okay. And I saw this movie like years later. It was on Netflix, I believe. I saw it. I'm like, I didn't get it. Oh my
Singing in
gosh.
the Rain is my favorite horror movie of all time.
Oh, so you must have saw my high school's production of it.
Oh, I remember
Oh my
Jackson
gosh.
writing me about that.
Nope, it
That's
was
funny.
awful.
That's funny.
Most overrated.
It's hard.
It's hard just because like I love horror films and I don't like
too.
see like when I see a horror film I don't I guess Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I haven't seen that one.
I can understand that. I do
We'll
really
never
like that
watch
movie, but I can totally understand that.
No, here's the thing. I think it's overrated just because when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be like the goriest, like the most
Mhm.
disturbing
Oh, no,
thing
very
I'd
good.
ever seen. And when I watched it, I was like, there's hardly any gore. There's no violence really. You only see like the aftermath of violence. And I was like, what is going on? I don't hate
Well,
that
you
movie
also-
at all
you also
because
have to
on a
remember,
rewatch, I love it.
Like
But it
that
is
movie,
overrated.
that movie came out in like 1976, and at that time, it was like very taboo to even put violence in movies or even like the aftermath. So, to me, like I watched that movie for the first time last year because I'd seen some of the sequels and I've seen like the remake and stuff. And I finally watched that movie, and I kind of get that too. Like I liked it, but I don't love it. Like I understand why people at the time were terrified. Like the scene where he just opens the door and then like
Oh yeah,
closes it really fast.
that's still
That
to
is
this day scares the
scary,
crap out of
dude.
me.
Like
Yeah.
that was like the first ever jump scare ever, I think, and it was like really effective. But other than that, it's like I don't know. Yeah, it's a movie that to me, it's just I watched it once and I'm good watching it once. And it's also like you have to kind of understand too, because it's like a redneck movie kind of in a way,
Hmm.
you know.
It is a redneck.
In-
I was just about
Go
to
ahead.
say Rosemary's Baby is also one that I think is just a tad overrated. I don't think it's like the most overrated. It's just a tad. Just because like when
Michelle's
I saw
like,
it,
dang it.
the first time I saw it, I was like, this isn't that
Everybody's breaking my
scary.
heart.
It's disturbing.
Like, Everyone's breaking my heart.
I
like,
love
wow.
that movie, honestly.
I love
I
it too.
haven't seen it.
I think it's a great movie. Don't get me wrong. I just was like, I don't think I love it as much as everybody else. But hey, I don't think it's bad, and I don't think that people who love it are overstating it. I just think that for me, I didn't love it as much as everybody else does.
I get
It's
you.
fine.
I get you. I mean, everybody has a different opinions, and that's okay.
Like- Like it would be super boring, like if everybody, like if it was universally, if a certain movie was just universal.
Oh my
Timothy,
gosh.
Timothy. That's my favorite subgenre of horror.
Same.
Granted, I know that people don't.
I agree with you, Timothy.
It's campy and it's supposed to be cheesy, but that's the fun in it. Okay, like Sleepaway Camp. I love that movie. I made Nate watch it like last year, and
Psycho is a slasher movie.
yes, Psycho's a slasher movie. But like the thing is it's like Sleepaway Camp. I watch it. I know it's not good, but I love it because of that. You know what I mean? Like it's a fun genre. That's why I love them so much. Like I love slasher movies so much.
I'm gonna see that movie for the first time in a couple of weeks and during my summer break, and I'm
Dude,
really
it's
excited to
good.
watch it.
It's not good. I can't say it's good.
I know.
It's really,
I heard
really
a lot
bad
of things about this
acting,
movie.
very cheesy, but like the ending is one of the biggest like what moments in your life. Like
Yeah.
it blew
For
my
the
mind.
longest time, I heard about the ending. I'm like, oh, I want to know what the ending, because I didn't get spoiled what the ending is. But
Very
I'm really
lucky.
looking forward to seeing it, even though I heard it's not the greatest film of all time.
No, it's not. Not any
I-
stretch. Like not
Which
even
one?
close.
I just want to have fun time. That's all I want.
Like to
Yeah.
add to the discussion of like slightly controversial opinions on horror movies, I know someone who like legitimately does not like Parasite. Honestly.
What?
I
I don't
mean,
want to be friends with that person.
I mean, like the thing is, I think it's because
You don't need that
like,
negativity in your life, man.
Yeah, you don't. They shouldn't be your friends.
no, like the thing is, like I think she was saying like that I think she's just not really into violence in movies, I think. And like even though I've been explaining, but it's like literally like it's only like at the very end, you know? Like so
That
honestly,
movie's
I
so
need to give
good.
Parasite a rewatch. I do
say
own it on
that.
Criterion, but it deserves a rewatch on my part.
That
Honestly, I
movie-
haven't seen it since November.
Yeah, that movie. It's my favorite movie and out of any movie I could ever choose from. And this is over Halloween. This is over Star Wars, which is my favorite thing. Like
I'm so glad that film
that
won Best
Parasite.
Picture.
Parasite, yeah, me too. Parasite is my favorite movie to show people that have never seen it. When I watched the movie, I went literally to like 3 friends and we're like, "Hey, you guys got to watch this," and I watched it with them, and every single one of their reaction was just like, "That movie's amazing. That's a movie." I'm like,
Similar
exactly.
to you, I keep telling my brother, like, dude, you gotta watch Parasite. And then I bought the Blu-ray, and then weeks after the Oscars, when Parasite won Best Picture, like, dude, you gotta check it out. And he loved it.
Yeah.
Did
It's
you see it,
amazing.
Nicholas?
Yeah, I saw Parasite. It was good.
Dude, yeah.
Just good, Nicholas.
It was a 10 out of 10. Okay. I haven't seen it.
no, wait.
I
I was
haven't
putting
seen
it
it.
in
Yay.
Squad
But-
comes after me. Speaking of which, Paths of
Good movie.
Glory, fantastic movie.
Yes, it was a fantastic movie. I'll say that.
Yeah. Mitchell asks, "What are your thoughts on Ready or Not and The Cabin in the Woods?" I like both those movies. They're fun. Cabin in the Woods. I watched it with my mom. My mom hated that movie.
I think
She
I watched
hated it so much. She didn't understand that it was supposed to be like a horror comedy, and the comedy stuff hits in, and she just hated it. She's like, I hate this. My mom, she's very weird when it comes to movies. Like she watches like the weirdest movies. Like for her, she likes 50 Shades of Grey.
What?
When I so back in like 2017, I think I was home from college, or 2016, I was home from college. I go downstairs to go eat breakfast, and my mom's sitting there watching 50 Shades of Grey, and I was just like, "Wow, this is cinema to you?" Like, I just took
I
my
actually
cereal
have a
and
really
went
funny
upstairs.
story about 50 Shades of Grey real quick. Please, trust me. It'll
Yeah.
be worth it. Okay. So this was like when American Sniper was released in theaters. And like I can't remember my age because I'm not good with math right now. Okay, so the point is, like my parents were like going out to watch the movie, and they told me that like when they got back, they said when they were going to the theater to the American Sniper, there was this line of like this long line of women for 50 Shades of Grey. Like honestly.
And you get like the one man.
Goodness.
It's like in a trench coat, and he's watching.
I
it.
think she
I
said
love 50
she
Shades of
literally
Grey.
found
When I
no
was-
one Like, man.
I've never seen those movies. Haven't seen a single scene, nor do I want to. I've watched
I would
Chris'
never.
review of them,
When I worked at
Never.
the
and that's enough.
We
I
don't
worked
need
at
to
the
talk
movie
about
theater
them.
when those movies were out, and I remember anytime it ordered a ticket for 50 Shades of Grey, they would always ask for their tickets so softly. They'd be like, "Can I get a ticket to 50 Shades of Grey?" And it's almost like they're embarrassed that they're buying a
Embarrassed
ticket to
that
the
they were
movie.
watching it. It's like,
Nope.
The thing is, it's like trash cinema too. It's like, from what I've heard, like Jeremy Johns and his reviews of it were so funny. His
Yeah, it was.
the last movie, he watched it and he's like, "All right, guys, the best thing about this is the best movie of the series. You know why? Because we're done with it. I never have to watch one of these ever again." And he like celebrated it.
And
was
he
really
celebrates.
Jeremy Johns.
yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
I like Jeremy Johns.
I'm not a huge fan.
That's a
I
trilogy
know.
I would never watch in my life.
Oh my gosh, dude. Guys, we're gonna go down like forever with this. Everybody remember when Nate, Nick, and Jackson watched the wrong Batman trailer?
That was the
Okay.
funniest thing.
Look,
Watching any of your live streams, that was the funniest thing.
Oh my gosh. dude.
okay.
We were also
I-
oblivious.
We were so hyped.
Nathan,
That was
I
that
remember
was
this.
another thing. You guys were just so oblivious. You're like, wait, is Michael Caine actually in this?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I remember this. I was
watching
texting Nathan. That's the
You
wrong
kept
trailer. That's the wrong trailer.
Yeah.
And I sent the right link to the trailer. I remember this, Nathan. Like, that's the wrong trailer. That's the wrong trailer.
Yes, I remember. We were like, wait, Lily Collins is in this? And we were
Luckily
like,
for me,
so
I don't
fucking
watch trailers, so yeah.
No, it's funny
Oh,
that you bring this up. Our group chat between me, Nate, and Nick was called "We Watched the Wrong Trailer for the Batman."
Yes,
That's
our
that's
group
good.
chat title.
that will be your
changes
memory.
occasionally. Yeah. Our group chat title changes occasionally, and
A string
that
to
was
remember.
one of them for a long time, for many months.
It's
I think
now
right now, isn't it like
Generation.
"Don't touch the watch"? Isn't that what it is?
Oh, now it's an American Psycho quote.
Yeah.
Don't touch the watch.
don't touch the watch. he's just so like cold in that movie. Like when he's he's at the dry cleaners and
Oh, yeah.
like the Asian woman and she's like speaking Chinese or Mandarin or whatever it is, and he's just like, if you don't shut up, I will kill you. Like,
I love that movie, man. That movie's so good. Have anybody watched the R-rated teddy bear movie?
I've never heard of this movie. What is this?
Years ago I watched it. I thought it was really stupid.
It's
It is.
stupid, but
If you are a
it's
stoner,
enjoyable.
it's made for you. So there you go.
Yeah, it's a Seth Rogen movie,
It's essentially, yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Which is funny because Seth Rogen movies are way funnier than any of the jokes in Ted.
Mhm.
So dumb, man.
Super bad. Come on.
Can I
Best
be
comedy
honest?
of the
Seth
past 20
MacFarlane
years.
is probably the most overrated human being on planet Earth.
Oh yeah,
I'm
Family
totally
Guy
baffled.
is the most overrated show.
I'm
I don't
so
even think he's
baffled.
funny.
I'm still baffled the Family Guy is still going on. Like,
Mhm.
I think the show should have ended already.
I just think he's the most overrated human being on planet Earth. Did you know he dated Amelia Clark? Can you believe that? That guy dated Amelia Clark?
He was supposed to be on a
Wait,
plane
what?
that hit the
I thought he dated
World
Amelia
Trade
Earhart.
Center.
What's that? He was supposed to be on what?
He was supposed to be in one of the planes that hit the Twin Towers on 9/11.
Really?
And he
McFarlane?
Wow.
He was 20 minutes late
That's
to his plane
Crazy.
Oh my
because he was
gosh.
hungover
Wow.
from the night before, and he was 20 minutes late to his flight. And so,
Well, that just changed my mind on Seth MacFarlane. Never mind. I'm not gonna say he's the most overrated human being now because now I feel like a jerk.
I guess Jackie Chan was also supposed to be on one of the planes.
Jackie Chan, I love him. He's
And
a
he
legend.
didn't.
Why are
love
all
him
these
too.
famous people supposed to be on the planes, and how do we know this is true? This sounds like too.
Well,
like,
I believe the Seth
Conspiracy
MacFarlane one.
theories.
I
Yeah.
believe the Seth MacFarlane one just because of the way he tells the story. Because he's like, I'm a
that's fair.
hardcore atheist, but I thank God for waking me up late that day. And so it's just like,
Wow.
okay, like yeah, I
That's
get you.
fair.
But
Thoughts
that
on
latest
no,
comment, I have read it. I read it in a day. That's how good it is.
thoughts on no Golden Globes next year.
Don't care.
I don't even like the award show, so I could care less.
Don't
Yeah,
care.
sounds
Like the only reason that I do like end up watching it is just like so that I can stay updated and like make good predictions on like who will win the Oscar. But yeah, like there are times when the Golden Globes just make decisions that make me think, really? You know? So I mean like honestly, it's fine, I guess. But like there's still like this missed opportunity because like to see like I don't know, like maybe like In the Heights and West Side Story, like going head on for the best comedy or musical. Honestly,
Imagine
that
that.
I was
Oh
kinda,
my gosh.
like I was honestly kind of looking forward to like seeing if that would pan out, but
Mhm.
you know, I
It's
mean,
not
That's
gonna
fair.
happen.
Yeah, I mean, I only like it when
So-
Ricky Gervais hosts it, and I just watch the clips afterwards of him roasting all the celebrities because I just think it's hilarious.
It is. I mean, he was
Like,
the highlight of the show. He
It,
saved
it was the fact that you see Tom Hanks' face and he's like so upset that Ricky Gervais is up there like saying,
Oh,
you know,
no.
no one cares about your political views, just sit down and shut up. And then you have Adam Driver who's just laughing so hard, just it's so good.
He
Well,
saved the
like,
show.
it's funny because it's like those moments. It's kind of like Emma Stone thinks she had that moment when she was like these 4 men and Greta Gerwig, and it was just kind of like, that was just kind of rude. That was just
Yeah.
like so disrespectful. And then Ricky Gervais comes out and he gets called disrespectful and controversial when literally he's just laying out facts. He's like, nobody cares about where you work because you work for companies that have sweatshops where children work. So don't tell anybody that you know anything. So
Yeah, I mean, I've said this, like, if I win an Oscar someday, I'm gonna go up and just be like, I'm just gonna look at the camera. I'm gonna make some type of reference to Nate and Jackson, and that's it. I'll be like, I love you, Mom. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you
do
for
the
believing in
Joe
me, Mom.
Pesci.
Thank you, and then I'm just gonna
Yeah,
do
do
that.
Joe
Rock
Pesci.
on
Oh,
trailer.
thank you very much, and then walks
Yeah,
off.
he just walks off. It was my pleasure.
Or
Yeah,
I'm
that's
Anthony
what it
Hopkins, not even chill.
It's like, I bet it was Joe because you killed it in Goodfellas, and you got killed in Goodfellas. Spoiler alert, but if you haven't
Well,
seen
okay.
Goodfellas by now,
I haven't
Alfred
seen
Hitchcock,
Goodfellas.
I think he got some sort of life achievement award from the Oscars, and all he said was "thank you," and then he like sat down. Everyone's
I
like,
forget who has the shortest speech. It's either Joe Pesci or somebody just went up and said thanks. Just the word thanks. I forget who it was.
Yeah.
Stranger Boy is asking some good comparison questions.
Oh, okay, here, yeah. Cars 2
Brave.
or Brave?
Brave.
Cars 2.
Brave.
Cars 2.
Brave. I
Is
hate
Jackson
Cars
only Cars 2 here?
I'm
2
actually
sucks,
going
man.
Cars 2 here.
Mater is the most annoying character in the world, and you make
know
a whole
what?
movie dedicated to him.
I'm a
being
spy.
bad.
I'm a
Hate it.
spy.
I will say this. I am not bored when I watch Cars 2. I am bored out of my mind when I watch Brave. I'd much rather, like, I'm not saying I'd want to watch either of these movies. If I'm going to pick one, though, I'd pick Cars
I mean,
2.
the triplets saved the movie for me. I mean, they were cute in the movie, so.
I like the fact that they show animated butts in a Pixar movie in Brave. Like, that's bold.
True artistic
And the
integrity.
one boy.
Let's see. Thoughts on Arrested Development? I've never seen it.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, good.
Oh, one of the
Never
best
seen
shows
it.
ever. What?
I think are Jackson and I the only ones who have seen it?
Wait, really?
Wow.
You guys are all film fans and you haven't seen Arrested Development? That's
Yeah.
like catered for us.
Highly
Sorry.
recommend you guys all watch that. It is hilarious.
MRF, Mr. F in season 3.
I barely
I
even
don't-
remember.
haven't
I
seen
watched
it.
the before my mission.
I'll text it to you, Nate. I'll text you
Okay.
what Mr.
I just
you remember
remember,
it's kind of like a James Bond theme. It's like Mr. F.
Oh yes, I remember that. And then I remember Anyong. Isn't that the
Anyong?
Anyong? It's like what?
Like, we get it. That's your name, but he's really just saying hello.
Yeah.
Have you all read Seth Rogen's auto? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say none of us have read it.
Nope.
I think
have.
Jackson has.
Yeah, I read
You
it.
have really?
Yeah. Actually, wait.
He has the book. Oh my goodness.
Jackson was saying he read it in a day earlier.
Oh, that's what he was saying. You read in a day.
Yeah.
Is it like 10 pages long because he was stoned throughout the entire thing? So it's just like jumbled words.
There it is. There's proof. Proof.
Well,
That's actually cool. That's a cool cover.
So actually, there's a cool story in this that I'll tell real quick.
Whoa.
Really neat. And these are all
Very Wes Anderson. Like,
yeah.
The thing about
Mm.
these are all references to like all of the stories in the book.
Mm.
That's pretty cool.
Is when he met George
he
Lucas
mentioned-
and Steven Spielberg,
what?
and he goes in and they're talking to Spielberg and George Lucas, and George Lucas is like, "So, what do you guys think about this whole climate change thing?" And Seth Rogen's like, "I guess it's kind of scary. Like it's gonna get hotter, I guess." And so George Lucas just kind of like gave him this look, like, And then Seth Rogen goes, I know it's a rumor, but don't you have like your own spaceship that you're like planning to leave on if something bad happens to the Earth? And George Lucas is like, yeah, I might. And then George Lucas goes off about how he does have this spaceship, starts laying out everything that's in it, and Seth Rogen just jokes around going like, hey, like, could you save me a spot on there if I really needed it? George Lucas just like looks at him, he's like, it's been a pleasure, and walked out of the room.
That's amazing.
They were like, okay. And Steven Spielberg's just like, yeah, that's just kind of how he is. But hey, anyway.
That's actually pretty funny. Thoughts on Boy and Hunt for the Wilder People? I have not seen either of those.
Same. Haven't.
I've seen Hunt for the
Same.
Wilder People, and that's really good.
Hunt for the Wilder
It's
It's
People.
on my watch list.
Yeah, Hunt for the Wilder was great.
Haven't seen Boy. I know that one's like, that is considered by like a lot of critics to be one of the best movies ever. So
I definitely have Mitchell. Yes, that's my wife.
that my wife.
That's my wife. When he makes out with his sister, and he's like, he goes, "That's my sister." She's
Sorry, I
number
haven't
two
seen the
prostitute in all of
movie, so-
Kazakhstan.
She's number
I
one
haven't seen it.
prostitute in all of Kazakhstan.
It's so look. The first movie, like the sequel, the more I think about it, the less I actually like it, to be honest. But I still think it has some funny moments. The first movie, though, it's just so stupid, and I just love how stupid it is. Like,
No, the first one is a masterpiece.
it's so
Hands
good.
down.
It's so funny.
When he goes up to the rodeo head guy and he's just like,
my gosh, yeah.
he's like, we need to get rid of all the Jews, and the guy's like, yeah, I mean, if you want to, and he's like, and the gays, and the rodeo head's just like, that's what we're trying to do here in Texas. That's what we're trying to do.
The fact that like Sacha Baron Cohen like goes undercover and does this and no one suspects a thing is just hilarious.
It's kind of sad, like that they get
Yeah.
caught in the moment, and it's just like you shouldn't have like
You shouldn't have
been an
said
idiot.
that. Like, and then I like when he goes to the yard sale and he thinks that the girl's a gypsy. And he's like, "Oh, did you shrink?" And he's holding up like a baby doll, and he's like, "Did you shrink this head, gypsy? Did you shrink your head?"
Okay, now I have to see this
We
movie.
get specific Simpsons episodes that we were asked if we've seen. What? Who's
I have not.
asking this?
I never seen the show. Sorry.
Same.
You'll have to remind me what happens in these. I don't remember.
Ooh,
just
Here's
specific.
a good Pixar one.
Lasso.
Better Pixar villain, Lotso or
Lotso.
Syndrome? Lotso.
Syndrome.
Lasso.
I'd say Lotso.
I'd say, yeah, Lotso. I mean,
I
Rest in
always,
peace to
I
the-
always
to the
pick
actor.
one from the two.
I'm outnumbered. No.
But-
Yeah,
he
rest in peace,
passed
Stan
away,
Betty.
didn't he? The voice actor
Yeah.
just passed away like a week ago.
He just
or
passed
something.
away.
Yeah, that's sad.
Lasso has one of the best backstories in
Yeah,
any
you
Pixar
understand
movie.
why he's a villain. He's just going about like you understand like he's so upset because
Same
like,
with
he's
Syndrome,
villain.
though.
Syndrome has a really good
I
backstory.
was gonna say, they all have
Yeah.
pretty small
Me too.
backstories.
Yeah,
They're
but
both-
I,
You know,
I love
okay, I'm gonna
Lasso
switch to
backstory even
Syndrome
more.
here. I'm
I
gonna
do
switch
too. I
to
like Lotso.
Syndrome.
Like we can all agree that Lotso and Syndrome are like probably top 3 Pixar villains, like for a majority
Totally.
of people, honestly.
I'd
This
put
is
Sid
number
one.
Toy
Yeah.
Story
Sid.
in that
Sid
one.
is number
Sid is- oh
one,
my God.
hands down.
Yeah, Sid is amazing.
What, that happy child? That ain't no happy child.
I don't believe that man's ever been to medical school.
Oh my gosh.
No, actually, I did a poll for best Pixar villain, and the top 2 were Lotso and Sid won.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
So I prefer
Really?
Lotso. Yeah, I prefer
Interesting.
Lotso, but Sid won.
That's yeah. I mean, Sid's my number one Toy Story.
I think
villain.
Syndrome. I want
Or
to say
not just
Syndrome
Toy
was like
Story,
third.
Pixar.
Yeah. I mean, I love both. I love both equally. Both villains.
Yeah,
Gabby, Gabby. She's
Kind
not
of
even
like
a
apples
villain.
to oranges,
Yeah,
kind
Gabby
of with the
Gabby's
2
so
villains. Yeah.
Yeah, they are apples to oranges because they're so different.
Yeah.
Like, I like the fact that the first movie establishes that the villain is not a toy, that it's actually like an actual kid. Like that's actually kind of cool because then you don't really see that in any of the other ones. The rest of them are toys.
Yeah, Stinky Pete is probably. I like Stinky Pete.
I do too, kind of. I
I
mean,
do too.
I like him.
I hate Stinky
Okay, hold on. One of my favorite Pixar villains is Darla from Finding Nemo. I love
Does
Darla.
it really count though?
Oh.
'Cause, like,
Darla.
is she really a villain? Because what does she do? Like, I feel like everything that happens to Nemo in that movie is his own fault.
The way she delivers her fishy line, I don't know, man. Fish day!
I remember being
I love it,
traumatized as
man.
a
That
kid,
was
seeing
great.
her tap on the glass, knowing that did that to fish. Anytime I'd see a fish tank and I'd see a kid doing that, I'd be like, "Hey, stop! You're bothering them."
Have you not seen Finding Nemo? Wow.
I love dogs. It's so weird.
Let's see. Thoughts
Ah.
on
I
Seth
still wait for
Rogen?
those Pixar movies.
Thoughts on Seth Rogen doing a TMNT film? I'm guessing
all
that's
in.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't care. I probably won't watch it.
I'll
I
watch
didn't know
it.
about this.
I didn't know
I-
about it either, but
Like,
Same.
quick
Any of us
backstory
know
for
this?
me, I was absolutely obsessed with the Ninja Turtles growing up. Like, it was my brother who got me into the show. It was the show on Nickelodeon, the computer animated one, and I was like obsessed with that show as a kid. Like my brother and I, we would like buy all the toys or something, and like yeah. So TMNT has a lot of nostalgia for me, honestly. So
I remember watching one of the worst movies of all time was the no, maybe that's Power Rangers I'm thinking of. The Ooze. It's like
The Secret
Oh,
of
the second
Ooze.
one.
the set
Yeah, that's the second of the live
But there was a
animatronic.
Power Rangers movie that had like the Ooze character too. Didn't they try to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they tried doing like a collaboration? I think of the Power Rangers one. The only thing I liked about the Power Rangers movie, I don't even know why I brought Power Rangers up because I guess I was getting confused. But Pink Ranger, ooh, oh my gosh, I had the biggest crush on her when I was younger.
Same,
So
dude.
did
Same.
everybody though, dude. Wow.
Dude, you're not
Oh.
alone. You're not alone. I had that too when I was a kid. Like,
I hated the White Ranger because that was his girlfriend. I hated him. I hated him so much. I
maybe
was like,
because
she will be mine, and I was like 7.
you were
Hey,
jealous.
who wants to recommend Pixar movies in the comments?
I know.
Not like we've been
Have
in
you
and out.
watched Brightburn?
No, because I know it
have.
has the song
Yes.
"Bad Guy" by Billie Eilish during the end credits, and that made me like. I'm not joking. When I heard that was the song they played in the end credits, I like physically tensed up. I was like, "Are
Yeah.
you serious?
I've
That's
seen
so
Superman.
bad."
It's wasted potential. Like it could have been great, but it's wasted potential.
Underrated.
Have you guys checked out any Jono and Ben clip? I don't know what that is.
I don't know if that is true.
neither do I.
None of us have
No
checked it out.
Have you seen Bad Trip? No.
I did. It was
No.
pretty
No.
funny.
It was pretty funny, you said?
It was pretty funny. It's one of those
Is
candid
that the
camera
Eric
movies.
Andre one?
Yeah, it's where they play pranks on people while they're making a plot. It's like it's a pretty neat movie. It's just if you're not into like pretty crass, crude humor, it's not for you. So it's one of those like it definitely has its audience, and I was
like
already a big
Jackass,
fan.
right? It's
What?
very similar like Jackass.
In a way, but not really, just because it's like they have a plot behind it. They're not just doing stunts. They're not just having fun. They're like incorporating into a plot. Like there's one scene where Eric Andre's character just breaks out into a musical song that he's quitting his job and going after the girl that he loves. And he keeps going up to different tables, just singing the song, and they're just like, "Dude, get away from me!" And he just like does this lavish whole musical number in the mall. And I guess that it was like everything that he did, it made the news that day. Like everything that he did, because it was
people didn't actually know what was going on.
they didn't know like it was a film that was because it was filmed all the way back in 2018.
Okay, here's the thing, though. This is what I don't understand for those types of movies. How would you not how would no person recognize Eric Andre? I know who he is.
Because they know, like, to be fair, there's like two things. Is one, I've seen celebrities in person before, and it is kind of a jarring, like, double take moment. You can't just recognize right away, like, oh, that's a celebrity. You kind of just like, wait a second, is it? Like, wait. And then if they're doing something, you don't want to bother them. But at the same time, they go to small towns that they like pretty much bank that nobody's going to know that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they do multiple takes. Like, it's not like they find the best ones, like the best reactions. So they're doing it multiple times, which is crazy.
All right. Best Hitchcock villain, Norman Bates.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen Psycho, shamefully, so I kind of have to say Norman Bates, honestly.
Claude Rains and Notorious.
Oh, that's a good
He
one.
is so
I
good.
really like
That's a
Claude
good
Rains. Like I've literally only seen him in Casablanca, but I love Claude Rains.
Watch
like,
Notorious,
oh my
you'll
gosh.
love it. And watch
Mhm.
Here Comes Mr. Jordan. I just
Yes,
recommend
I was thinking about it. Yeah,
Ah.
he's great.
My
Yeah.
that's my
And Mr.
that's
Smith,
my
Mr. Washington.
my night to remember.
Yeah,
Though.
and Mr. Smith.
I
Yeah,
don't
never
have a
buy
night
it.
to remember
Wait, did I
yet,
buy
but
it?
I'm really looking forward to having a night to
Yeah.
remember, honestly, of my
Hey,
own with the Criterion
wait.
sales.
I think I
Like-
bought it, didn't I?
Yeah, you
The
bought it.
infamous. I think you did buy it, Nick.
Wait, we're all just grabbing
There
Criterion.
it is.
Yeah, we're all getting our night to remembers. In my case, it's literally night to remember.
Yeah.
This is what got the nickname.
Oh yeah, I did buy it. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah,
forgot about
dude.
it. I haven't
Great
watched
movie.
it.
I'm gonna have to remove my sketch.
Oh, Jackson, is that a random movie or is that your night to remember?
There's my Criterions.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Mine's really tiny. Hold on.
Yeah, mine is too. I have like not even a row of the shelf yet.
Mine, Feet,
I've got
Mr.
like
Rock,
9.
Rogers, Seaweed, Avatar, and
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, the show.
my favorite. Oh,
see you
nice.
go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I saw Fantastic Mr. Fox in there.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
movie.
I've really like of the Wes Anderson movies, I've only seen like his animated ones, but I need to see the other ones. I know. Like I'm especially
Moonrise
excited
Kingdom is
for
my
like,
favorite live action. Oh wow, Jackson, that's
Oh.
amazing.
Oh wait.
It's beautiful.
Oh, are you excited, Michelle, for French Connection?
Yes, that's why I want to see the rest of Wes Anderson's filmography. Honestly, I really am. More particularly, I'm very fascinated with seeing Moonrise Kingdom and Grand Budapest Hotel. Oh my gosh, you have the Fellini set. I'm sorry.
It's so beautiful.
He has
Oh my
everything.
gosh, Godzilla.
It's so
Godzilla
beautiful.
set.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, that's sick.
so beautiful. It's
Uh,
beautiful.
I'm trying to look
My
for.
pride
I
and
don't have
joy.
any big Criterion sets.
fine. I will show off my cool set. I don't have any criteria.
I have. This is out of print now.
Oh yeah.
This was
Dude, so-
close by.
Yeah, when
Oh,
I
yeah.
looked up like Harold and Maude and found that it was out of print, I was so sad, man.
Yeah, Friday the
Let's rub it
13th.
in,
Dude, yeah,
Michelle. Right?
that's right.
Yeah, no, I totally have Harold and Maude.
Sorry.
Nick, it's right here. My Friday 13 box set right there.
Dude, let's go. I love this set. This set is amazing, dude.
I discovered yesterday because Nathan, you shared that buy two get
Oh yeah,
buy
Amazon.
3 for the price of 2 Amazon sale, and I was looking at the Criterions that they had on there. I wasn't going to buy any. I just wanted to see what selection they had,
I got
and
three.
and I looked and I
that's
saw
how
that like a
Punch
bunch of the ones that
Drunk
they
Love.
were selling were super overpriced, and I was like, why are they so overpriced? And I look it up, yeah, totally out of print. And one of them was the Hitchcock 4 film collection, which was like $300 on Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
So
Well,
you
I
gotta-
know. I got 3 movies from that sale.
Oh, you got
All
the
About Eve, one of the
Gunfighter.
worst
Dude, we
action
both have the
movies.
Gunfighter now.
This is out of print too.
Yeah.
Dr. Vita.
Oh, I just sold that.
Jackson, funny enough, I'm going to be watching that for the Roger Ebert video.
No, dude, I have it in the Fellini set. I sold that edition, Bernardo, that you have. Sold it for $35, and I was like, "Why did this sell so well?"
Hey, Bernardo, did you recently buy that for $35 online?
No,
mine was opened.
Okay.
Mine was opened.
No, usually when I buy cartoons, I wait until when I watch the movie. Like I keep it still until I watch the movie. That's what I do.
That's smart.
So
Mm,
what happens is that my dad and my family and I are 4 hours away. I'm here in San Antonio. My family's in my hometown. So my dad wasn't in the local Barnes and Noble. And he saw this. He reminded me because I watched this. So he bought it for me as a gift. So
Mm.
yeah, it was the day after when it was out of print. So I got lucky. So
That's awesome.
yeah, dude, that is amazing.
Here's another
Incredibles.
question from Joey. Incredibles or Ratatouille?
That's hard. Though.
Incredibles,
It is
easily.
Incredibles, though.
Incredibles, yeah.
I mean,
Ratatouille
well,
is so good.
probably
I'm
not
going with
easily.
Ratatouille,
Not
yeah.
easily.
I
I'm
knew
going with
Nicholas
Ratatouille.
would go with
Like
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is a more like I don't know. It almost feels like an indie movie more than
It
like The
does.
Incredibles. But
It
like
really
The Incredibles
does.
is so good. Honestly, The Incredibles is so good, and
Right.
like
Ratatouille
Yeah.
has the highest Metascore on IMDb, which is kind of surprising that of all the
I thought it
Pixar
was
movies, that's
Wall-E.
the highest one. I think
Also-
Ratatouille has it by like 1%.
also,
Oh, wow,
Let's
really?
check.
best Fantastic Four movie.
What was that?
Incredibles, yeah.
It's the best Fantastic Four movie.
It really is.
True.
My favorite Pixar is not Home Alone.
my
I just saw Nicholas's name and I just got distracted. No, my favorite Pixar is Finding Nemo, hands down. That's just
See, I like that
That was
movie.
my
That's
favorite.
objectively the best.
Did I tell you,
Oh, yeah.
Jackson, my story of why I don't like that movie as much as everyone else?
wait. Why
Did
don't
you
I
you
thought
watch
like
it a lot as a kid, or your sister did, or
Yeah,
something?
my sister was obsessed with that movie. She would
Yeah.
watch it over and over and over again to the point where I just got sick of it. And that's why I don't like it as much. And I do
See-
like the movie, but I watched it probably over.
I've told
100
Nate this before. I hate when people quote like the standard quotes from that movie, like the "Just Keep Swimming" or any of like the Dory famous quotes. I hate when people do that and they're like, "That's such a great movie." It's like,
Yeah.
are you missing out on like the whole plot and the theme of the movie? How it's just like one of the most beautiful and powerful movies ever. Like, come on. I get it's funny, but it's lame that you gotta like reduce it to just those funny quotes when it's clearly a deeper movie than that.
Yeah.
But it is pretty funny.
Are you guys planning on checking
really
out
funny,
Nick
yeah.
and Nora's Infinite
Yeah.
Playlist with Michael? I've seen this movie. Is it coming to Criterion?
No.
I don't
I was
know.
gonna say, dude, if that
I don't know
movie's
why
coming
I'd
to
be
Criterion-
planning
I
on
was
it.
just wondering. That's such a random movie. I guess it's just a one that he. I didn't
Yeah,
see who asked that. If it's
dude,
your guy or
dude,
girl, but
if that was a Criterion, I was about ready to just stop. I was about ready to just never buy a Criterion again until Life is Beautiful. Like, I'm not even kidding. I might even just like next year, if they haven't announced Life is Beautiful, I might just petition and not buy any Criterion until Life is Beautiful is a Criterion. How is that movie not on Criterion yet? It
No, I
blows my
want the
mind.
artist
Yeah,
to be on
with,
Criterion.
the
like
artist.
with Life is Beautiful.
The artist.
The art. Oh yeah, the artist. I saw that years
Both of those
ago,
would be
but
cool.
I think I was way too young to watch it, honestly. So it traumatized me. So, but
Really?
I do want to. But I want to watch the movie again and like recognize its artistic merit or whatever. I guess. But
If Life is
Yeah.
Beautiful comes out on Criterion, I will buy like 5 copies. I might just like go and
I'd buy like
It'll be
every
on day
film
one
on Criterion as
I
well.
would pre-order it.
Honestly. Like because I've actually not seen the end of Life is Beautiful. Like I've seen the first hour of it and I loved it, but I need to see the rest of it. I want to see the rest of it. Like I
Oh.
remember like from what I've seen of it, it's great, but I need to like rewatch it from the beginning. I know, but
And
Nate,
also,
do you
that
remember?
film-
It's on HBO Max right now, actually. Nate, do you
yeah,
remember?
it is. Yeah.
Do you remember when I texted you after I watched it and I was like, dude, I need to buy the Criterion of this, and you told me that there
Yeah.
is no Criterion, and I was like, how? This movie feels
Yeah,
like
you
a
automatically
Criterion.
were
thing
like,
is- Sorry,
Oh,
the
go
thing
ahead.
is,
Go ahead.
sorry, the thing is, the Blu-ray it need a new transfer because that Blu-ray was okay. It need a new transfer, easily like
Yeah,
a 4K.
it's like out of print now too. You can't even buy it. You can't
have
even find it anymore.
I have it.
It's pretty
I
awesome.
thought-
I'm not
I
gonna buy.
wanted-
I'm not gonna buy any Blu-ray of it until it's on Criterion. Like,
Yeah, it
There are
desperately
many
need a
movies
transfer.
Criterion misses their shot on. So
yeah, and yet they put the Big Chill on
Jellyfish eyes.
Criterion. Stupid.
Ooh,
No.
Joey coming in with the pretty hot take there.
yeah, that's a good hot take.
That is a really good hot take.
Ooh, it is, but I
Man.
disagree,
Ooh.
man.
That's a
I
good
like Marriage
discussion
Story,
though,
but-
because they're both so different.
That's interesting.
I mean, I think like Marriage Story, I think is yeah, it is a really beautiful story. The thing is, I've seen Marriage Story twice now. I haven't seen Parasite in like over a year, and I need to give it a rewatch. So
So good. Marriage Story. I think I don't know if I'll ever watch that movie again. It broke me. I couldn't watch it again. That movie's just so hard to watch.
it's related.
But it's so good.
Because
and I
Wait,
never
what?
understood why people were memeing the argument scene. I never understood why they were choosing that.
Oh yeah. I saw Life is Beautiful in Spanish. Dude,
That's
you're doing a
hilarious.
disservice to yourself, man. You gotta watch it in
That's
That was
Respect.
probably for school because I had to watch Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid in Spanish class for some reason.
Why?
And
Well,
And no-
isn't it like there's like a way, like I know that when you're learning a language other than English, sometimes they like have the movie like play in
Spanish
Spanish
dub.
and there's the subtitles so that you can like
yeah,
adapt from
well,
it.
for us,
understand.
they did like Nacho Libre, and they did like actual Spanish move. Like I don't know, like
I hate that movie.
cultural.
I
Yeah,
had just
completely
recently
cultural.
watched Butch Cassidy, and there was a scene in that movie where Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, they were like trying to speak to a group of people in Spanish trying to rob them. I think that was it with this whole Spanish. But
Oh, that might have been why we watched it in Spanish. But we also watched Toy Story in Spanish, so that was kind of
Was that
That one-
Mr.
I mean, I
Wolf or
watched
Mr.
the
Dan?
first one movie
that
in
was
Spanish.
Mr. Dow's.
Oh, I don't even know who that is.
He was there for 2 years and he sucked. He didn't call me Jackson. He called me Jackass. Just like for no reason.
So
Like-
this is a question for you, jackass. Does Fellini set have Knights of Cabiria?
It does. Cabiria.
Cabiria.
Knights of Cabiria.
Gotcha.
I really want to get that set.
Sorry, I did take that shot, Jackson. You know I had to.
No, you had to. No, I get it.
Mitchell asked, this is such a weird question. What are our opinions on Justin Bieber?
He excluded me because he asked me when I did my 25 movie challenge live stream.
No reply.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Same.
What
He's
is
just a
Justice
guy.
Bieber?
Because I don't care.
Who is
Sorry.
Justice Bieber?
What
What
is
is a crime fighting beaver? I don't care.
what is Daisuke Beppu or whatever?
I don't know. What is that?
I don't know.
We're like, no, Nick, you dolt. He's a person.
Sorry, what? What happened? Sorry, my wife. is
Say
talking to me.
Criterion. Oh, nothing.
Mm.
We just teased you the first moment we had a chance of doing it.
You were asking what something was when it was a person, and we were
It was when
like,
you were like, "What is that?" And we're like, "Well, it's a person for one."
No,
Daisuke.
Justin Bieber. No. I don't have any opinion on him. I don't know.
He's just a person to me. That's it.
I don't mind. I mean, look, man, he had fame when he was super young. I get it. I don't know. He's settled down now. Good for him. I don't know. What
I
you want me to say to
actually
that.
have seen a concert of Justin Bieber. I ended up leaving like an hour or two early.
No way.
Really?
Like, okay, it was more like honestly, I was like, I think that was like my first concert just ever. I don't know how old I was, and I was just bored and tired, honestly. Like I had to deal with my brother waking me up like at the crack of dawn every morning. So, it was tough. It was tough.
Jeez.
You know what's my first concert? The Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas
that?
Brothers?
My first concert was literally the Jonas Brothers.
okay,
I was Panic at the Disco.
you guys want to hear a crazy story about the Jonas Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so me and Nathan have a friend. His name's Atlin, and he went to ASU, and he had a roommate when he was at ASU named Steven. And Steven is probably the weirdest and stupidest person you've ever met. And he's like he's not nice. So it's like you can rag on him and it's not, you don't feel bad. And here's just a preface on Steven. One, he put rocks in the garbage dispenser of his sink because he didn't want to go downstairs to throw them out of the apartment building. He thought that was how you got rid of rocks, was by putting them in the garbage disposal.
Why did he have
Two.
rocks in his room in the first place?
He was doing a science experiment for one of his
Oh.
classes, and he had to go get like a handful of rocks for it.
Gotcha.
And so he tried putting them in the garbage disposal. And then not only that, he thought he was making snickerdoodle cookies when he was making peanut butter cookies, and he made them for a girl that lived on the floor below. Guess what? She was allergic to peanut butter
Peanut
cookies.
butter.
Put her in the hospital.
Oh my
Wow.
Wow.
Man.
Dang.
Not once though,
God, Steven.
twice. He did it
What?
to her twice.
Oh
I'm
my
not
god.
joking. This is a real thing. This really happened. He did it to her twice. But
That's
then
crazy.
so that's this person. But this isn't the end. And after college, he graduated, gets fired from a job in radio in Texas. And after he gets fired, his grandmother died. So he was at the funeral, and his grandpa comes up and is like, "Hey, we're gonna be you got a free space in this nursing home now because your grandmother's gone. Do you want to live here for like 3 weeks?" So he did live illegally in a nursing home that his dead grandmother was living in
Oh my
for about
gosh.
3 weeks. But not only that, goes with a family friend who was like 78 years old to a Jonas Brothers concert during that period of time.
That's funny.
And she bought the ticket for him.
She's like
She
singing
was-
SOS.
No, she is a 76, 77-year-old lady. She was the Jonas Brothers fan. He was the one who was asked.
That is hilarious. She's like sitting there singing, she's like, burn it up for you, baby.
Imagine
Yeah,
going
so
to
weird,
a concert, a Jonas Brothers concert with a 70-year-old lady. And she's the fan. She's the one who's into it.
That's
That's
crazy.
so weird.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. All right, let's try to get through some of these. Let's get through these questions, like through like speed. Just because like I kind of want to wrap up because I need to go watch Cars 3 because we're doing a my wife and I. So I gotta go watch Cars 3 because that's the only one I haven't seen. So yay.
I think it's actually my favorite of the trilogy. Oddly enough.
Yeah, same.
It is
I
good.
don't like Cars anyway. So I mean,
The first one's
Yeah,
probably
mine.
my favorite, but I like 3 enough.
better Pixar duo: Carl and Russell or Ian and Barley?
Carl and
Carl
Russell.
Carl.
Yeah. Carl. Yeah.
Carl.
Agreed.
Oh, we already did that one. What is the criterion?
Your
It's
mom. That is.
It's this thing that hurt Superman.
yeah. yeah, Numenoid. That's what it is. I'm trying to think. Look at questions. Have you watched Cold Mountain with Jude Law and Nicole Kidman? No.
No.
I know
No.
the cover though.
No.
What are your opinions on Whataburger? I
Never
don't have
had
it.
It's
In-N-Out.
disgusting.
No
I went
opinion.
there yesterday. What the heck? That's kind of creepy.
It's
Went there yesterday. It's pretty
disgusting.
good.
Never been.
Me neither.
I haven't been.
Here's a great question. Favorite movie decade: 60s, 70s, or 80s? I'm gonna go with 70s.
70s.
I'm gonna go with 60s.
Wait, let me look at my stats. This is what the stats were made for.
No, 70s for me because Halloween and Star Wars. I mean,
The Exorcist.
Star Wars, The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Exorcist.
Yes.
Literally, my highest rated
it's really
decade were the
for me,
50s, 40s,
like-
and 30s. Are you kidding me?
Like Breaking
I'm more
Away,
Sun era kind of guy. So
Apocalypse Now.
I mean, that's a good one. Like the thing is, the 60s for me, a lot of those movies are like some of my favorites, or like the ones that personally spoke to me or inspired me or like made film click for me. Like the film that really made like film click for me in like sort of, oh, so this is what movies like can do was like To Kill a Mockingbird. I love that movie.
Oh my gosh.
But
I love that
also-
movie.
Yeah, but you also have like some more films from that decade that are like some of my favorites, like of course Psycho, but then a personal favorite, I guess would be the duo of like West Side Story and The Sound of Music. Love those movies.
so good.
So I
70s
know.
is
So
really
the 60s is so good. Oh my gosh. So I love
I
the
love-
60s. Honestly.
Yeah, I love all 3 decades. I could give a different answer on another day, but today I'll say the 80s.
I'm going with the 80s as well.
80s
I'm
is
all
good.
alone.
Man,
I'm
Nicholas and
torn
I
between
are in
70s and
unison
60s.
tonight.
Dang it! No.
Yeah, Back to the Future, Empire Strikes Back,
Indiana
Jones
Jones,
Society, Indiana Jones. Yep.
the whole trilogy, the first trilogy.
Hey, without Jaws, you wouldn't have Indiana Jones. So
Well, without
Well,
60s, you wouldn't have Steven Spielberg. I don't know.
no, that's fair because without Lawrence of Arabia, we wouldn't have Spielberg, and nor
Yeah.
without 2001, we wouldn't have Star Wars. So the 60s
Yeah.
is the most important of these 3. Duh, just because it comes first.
I
But-
honestly, I could say any of these, and I almost want to say 70s only because I just did the 25 challenge and I realized, oh my gosh, this is one of the best decades ever. But I just like 80s with like, just like Nicholas said, there's like the Back to the Future, there's those iconic Spielberg movies, like it's just
Oh yeah, E.T.
yeah.
E.T.'s my favorite.
Blade Runner.
E.T. is one of my favorite movies ever. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, I read this question, and I thought of Brian Wilson, the pitcher, because I'm a big baseball guy. He had like this giant beard, and he was a closer for the Giants, and I remember he was really good. And then he shaved, and I saw like a picture of him like a couple of years ago for the first time without a beard, and I couldn't even recognize who he was. But yeah, that's the Brian Wilson I know. I like the Beach Boys. Kokomo is a great song.
I like the Beach Boys. They're good.
I never heard the song. Sorry.
Interesting.
No
You
opinion.
ever heard Surfing USA?
You haven't heard Kokomo where it's like Aruba,
Surfing USA.
Jamaica, ooh, I wanna
Sorry.
take it. So good.
Or God Only Knows. Like that's one of the best songs ever.
Or Party in the
Have you
USA?
seen 51st
Sorry.
Dates? Have you seen 51st Dates? The movie? Because there's a song in there. Wouldn't it be nice if we?
Wouldn't
were
it be nice?
older? Then we wouldn't have to wait
Wait
so
so
long.
long.
Yeah,
I just think of the
that's one of
Raising
those.
Shrek YouTube video when I hear that song.
I think of 50 First Dates.
I love 50 First Dates, man.
I do too. I think it's a good movie.
I do too. Favorite album? That's a good question.
Just
Uh,
favorite album. Like I'd have to like list a couple of my favorites.
Current by
Honestly.
Tame Impala. That is the best album ever.
Folie Deux by
Let
Fall
me-
Out Boy is my favorite, I think.
I'm gonna give 2: American Idiot by Green Day
Love.
and A Hard Day's Night from the Beatles.
Dude, 2 amazing choices.
Also,
And I knew you were gonna bring that out. I knew you were gonna choose that.
I'm
Like,
also obsessed
yeah.
right now with.
I don't even know if
Burnham's
it's my favorite
Inside,
album. I
so
might
I'm
also
not
say
gonna
the
say that.
Thriller album by Michael Jackson.
Oh,
This is a great
Thrillers,
album.
yeah. So
Yeah.
good.
But this
You
is
can
just
find
like-
the
good.
album, but you cannot see. It's clear. The All American Rejects, Move Along. I love the album a lot.
That's a good
Nice. If we're talking movies though, it's probably The Lion King or Interstellar.
Yeah. Like
Inception.
like if
Great.
like
It's my
albums,
favorite soundtrack
it
of
would
all.
probably be for me between Abbey Road, The Beatles, what's the I think it's Play the Game from Queen, T for the Tillerman, Cat Stevens. I love Cat Stevens. And Hades Town. Those 4, honestly.
Wow, those are good choices. I mean,
Hades
King
Town.
is Dead by the Smiths.
I do.
Have y'all
love
heard of
Queen.
Hades Town? It's so good. Oh my gosh. Anyone? No? Okay.
No, what was that?
Sorry.
Sorry, what was the artist? Cat Stevens?
Cat
Cat
Stevens.
Stevens?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yusuf Cat Stevens.
Oh,
Okay.
Yusuf.
Yusuf. It is Yusuf.
Yusuf Cat
Look at
Stevens.
that guy. Look at him. What a good guy.
He has a Father Son that is one of the best songs, and it's included in
Tell me
Volume
about
2.
Mhm.
That's
Beautiful
pretty
song.
awesome.
Beautiful song.
Funny enough, I do
Um,
own Jonah Brothers soundtrack. My phone, Jonah Brothers. Because there's some good songs.
Which one? Doobie Brothers?
Jonas. The Jonas.
Oh, Jonas. Oh, I was gonna say, hey, either
Sorry,
one. I like
me.
Jonas Brothers. Not their old stuff. I like their new stuff. Their
I
new
actually like
album.
their
But I,
too.
I
Real
do
good.
too. But I do listen to old stuff because they're kind of a guilty pleasure of mine.
Everybody needs to listen to Currents by Tame Impala because it has just some of the best pop songs ever.
I like when it comes to Tame Impala, I'm not super into them, but the song I have saved from them is
Less I know, the better.
Disciples.
Everyone-
Dude, I love Disciples.
Yeah, I like Disciples.
Everyone
that
needs
song.
to listen to White Women's Instagram by Bo Burnham.
White Women's
Oh,
Instagram
isn't that
is a
in his
really good
new
song.
Inside?
Everything off
Dude.
the Inside album is
Okay.
so good.
The Inside album is amazing. I've been listening to it like on loop, like over
Oh,
and
I guess
over
Bernardo
and over
just
again.
bounced.
Oh, we love you, Bernardo.
Thanks for
Um,
joining.
Thanks for joining,
Yeah.
man.
Even though I don't know if
Um,
you can hear us anymore.
Oh, there he is. I think he's in here. It's white right now. I gotta wait. Oh, there we go. There he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he loves the thing.
Okay.
Sorry.
But Bo Burnham's Inside. I'm obsessed, man. It's so good. 30 is a great song. All Eyes on Me. The song Sexting. Oh my gosh, that song is so
That one is so
funny,
good.
dude.
But Welcome to the Internet,
Welcome
is-
to the Internet.
that is the best one,
Genius.
and it's not even a competition.
Welcome to the Internet. Have a look around.
Oh, the
So
gothic
good.
steampunk theme, and it just keeps getting
We've
faster.
got
It's
mountains
so
of
good.
content, some better, some worse.
I need to learn all the lyrics to it because
I
I
like
want
when
to
he- I like when
jam
he-
out to it in my
When he
car.
has that moment where he keeps like he directed the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. But where he's switching the camera angles, and there's one where like the camera's kind of pointing up at his face. And he's like, "Here's how you should kill your mom." Like that line to me when I saw that, I just died, dude. I was like, "Oh." But
Oh,
dude,
the FaceTime song.
FaceTiming with my mom.
FaceTime with my mom. It's so good.
Where because he's like, my mom's gonna. He says like, my mom's gonna put her thumb over the camera the entire time. Like he's complaining about that, and then he's like, "Oh, your hair's wet." She's like, "How'd you guess?" He's like, "Because." No, he goes, "You just showered, didn't you?" She's like, "How'd you know?" He's like, "Because your hair is wet." She's like, "Oh yeah."
What?
It's like it's totally like a mom thing to do, but I really love White Woman's Instagram, and I love sexting, dude. That song is hilarious. It's so funny to me. Oh my gosh, that song. It's crass, but it's funny. And 30 is really good too. But yeah, the whole album's great. Jeff Bezos, the song's about Jeff Bezos. Oh man, so good. Let's see. Have you watched There's Something About Mary?
One of the funniest movies ever.
Haven't.
Overrated.
I haven't seen it. I know one scene from it though. The one that's like the hair scene.
Hair scene, yeah. That's not even the best scene. The best scene, the best scene.
I
is
thought
when
it was
he's trying to
overrated,
revive the
so sorry.
Oh no, dude, that movie's so funny. Like so there's a scene where he gives the dog too many drugs and it knocks it out, and he's trying to
I
appear
like
like a
that
good
scene.
guy, so he grabs the lamp wire and he tries to revive the dog, but it catches on fire. And then Ben Stiller wrestles that dog for like 5 minutes and then throws it out the window. It is so funny.
Do you play video games?
Nope.
Not
No.
very often.
Not a gamer.
I do. I play a lot of MLB The Show right now. I'm also a big shiny hunter in Pokemon. It's so stupid, but like it's literally just like so Pokemon, right? Like I love Pokemon, but like basically what I do is I go around and like run into the same Pokemon over and over again until it changes color. Because Pokemon actually have this really weird thing. It's like rare,
Shinies?
but shinies, yeah. So I shiny hunt. That's basically what I do in Pokemon. And then I play Star Wars games, but I play mostly MLB The Show right now. That's kind of what I've been hooked on, even
Okay.
though that game really bothers me.
Josh, never. Didn't mean to answer
Okay.
for you, Nate, but
Yeah, no, I'm not a gamer, but I do like the.
Says the guy who has a PlayStation 5
Yeah,
right
I know.
now.
I know
like
he
board
was saying that he
games.
was playing Spider-Man
Okay.
Miles Morales earlier.
I know. I was literally playing Spider-Man earlier today. Yep.
I mean, I'm not a gamer, but the only game I play is Pokemon. That's the only game I'm
Dude,
good at.
Pokemon's great, man. It's what's funny is like there's so many people who are older that play Pokemon because it's like actually kind of like a thinking game.
Yes,
Pretty
it's,
cool.
it's a strategy-based game. Yeah, like you have to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Titanic? We're just gonna skip this question.
We all love it.
I love it.
Nick, you're outvoted.
5 or
Yeah.
6 people probably love that movie, and then there's one person here who just thinks it's
Wait,
one
Nicholas,
of the
do you like
overrated
Titanic?
movies.
I have not
I
seen
want you to
Titanic.
draw one of the French girls.
You haven't seen Titanic, Nicholas?
No.
Dude, you got to get on that.
Michelle, do you like Titanic?
What's that?
Do you like
Nick.
Titanic?
Yeah. The thing is, when I told my really close friend group that I had never seen it before, they were like, "No, you are coming to our house and we are showing you Titanic." And yeah, I loved it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
All right, Bernardo, do you like Titanic?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's all you need to know. If
Yeah.
those guys like it, that's awesome, man. I'm happy. Nicholas hasn't seen it. You're not missing anything, Nicholas. Let's move
I
on.
want you to draw one of the.
It
Okay,
only
I
holds
don't
on
hate
for
the
the most
movie.
best,
I
most
find
Oscars
it
ever won.
to be
No big
way
deal.
too long. I don't know. I can't really get into it. I've tried watching that movie multiple times and I just can't. I don't like it.
But did you like the score though? The score is amazing.
Score's great, yeah. Thoughts on The Exorcist? It's
Masterpiece.
Haven't seen it.
great.
Masterpiece.
A-okay.
Let's see. Have you guys watched the Twilight movies? I have.
No.
I've
No.
only seen the
I
first
have.
2 and don't plan on watching any more.
I did a
Saw them
video
I
last
have.
year watching all of them.
All thanks to my cousin because my cousin
Wait, what'd
tortured
you
me
say,
to watch
Nate?
them.
I saw them all in theaters.
Oh, well, hey, what did you
I mean,
think?
I
Oh,
saw
no.
Breaking
I
Dawn
don't
Part
brag
2 in
about it.
theaters
Oh, nice. So did I.
because of my
Hey.
cousin. It's all
This
my
is
cousin's
the only
fault.
one that's worth watching. Okay, I bought
That's
it. I
Why do you
actually
own
kinda
individual
like it.
copies of it?
Yeah, why do you own these? What are you doing,
This
man?
is the only one
What
I
is wrong
own.
with you? Did you just say Titanic was bad? Like what?
Yeah, what are you? Yeah, you don't. I
mean,
can't get into
look.
Titanic, but here are all the best Twilight movies on Blu-ray.
Twilight.
I will now rank the Twilight Saga for you guys. Like what?
That's amazing. Warhorse. I know I have. I think Nate has as
Pretty
well.
good.
I don't know about
Yeah,
everyone else.
good movie.
I've seen
I
it.
even
I
think it's a great
haven't.
movie. I'd say it's great.
Underrated. I love it.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
very
it.
underrated. I like it a lot.
but I like it. Pretty good.
The score
Uh,
in that movie is excellent. The theme.
Yeah.
Oh my
all
god.
all I remember is that Tom Hiddleston's like, "I'm going to keep your horse safe," and then he's
Yeah.
shot like within 2 seconds. It's like, yep, it broke your promise, didn't you? But I guess like in a way that's like, because I remember in the book, because I read the book in like 6th grade, that's like a really sad moment because the horse, it's from the horse's perspective, and in
Yeah.
the book, the horse is devastated that guy got killed, like
Oh, yeah.
beyond devastated.
Yeah.
My first shot is the way the horse go through the no man land scene.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
really good.
gorgeous.
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
good. Has Michelle watched No Strings Attached? So Mitchell has this thing. This is like one of his favorite movies, but he asks everybody this question. So Michelle, have you
I
seen
didn't get
No
asked
Strings
this
Attached?
question.
Michelle has not watched No Strings Attached, but I just looked it up and it doesn't really look like my thing. So
Same.
Yeah, it's
sorry, Mitchell, but
I saw the
it's
better
not,
version of it.
it's not
Friends with
really.
Benefits.
I don't think it's anything special. I have seen it though. I watched it I think my mom. I watched. Wow, there's a lot of questions. All right, we're just gonna here. Let me get to Max's because Max, how you going? How's it going, Max? Have you guys seen Top Gun? I've not.
Oh,
Yes.
it's playing in my
I
movie
have-
theater next month, and I'm going to see it for the first time. I haven't seen it.
I've seen
It
it.
is
I
not
think
very good.
it's meh, in my opinion. But
I like it.
I am
You-
very excited for Top Gun Maverick.
No, I think
Nice.
Maverick
Really?
was good.
That
Top
looked
Gun,
good.
the first movie, is super boring.
A Need
By the
for
way,
Speed.
I like the first
Isn't
one.
that what that's from?
Maybe I need to watch it again. I just remember there was a girl we went to high school with who said Shexty all the time. That was just, that was her thing. And she
Is that
would
Top Gun?
no, but she was the one who was like, if you haven't seen Top Gun, you're not a movie fan. And I'd be like, yeah, because you would know.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
My
Yeah.
roommates said that about like the Benchwarmers. I had never seen that movie.
I
before.
like that
People
movie.
say that about
dude.
the
It's
stupidest
stupid, but,
movies
like,
all the time, and I just
It's so
go, okay,
stupid.
why don't you stick to
They're
your
also
lane?
they're also the kinds of people who haven't seen 12 Angry Men and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But-
It's like, have you heard of a foreign language film before? They don't talk to me. That's just kidding.
They'd always want me to put a random movie on to pass the time, and they're like, it can't be black and white, it can't be before 1970, it can't be a musical.
Shame
like
on
Dude,
saying
your roommate
subtitles are
sound
so
like
hard. And
I tried to show them La La Land, they wouldn't budge on that.
What?
What?
Dude,
so good.
Like that.
That sucks.
that's awful.
Well,
Thoughts on Kick-Ass the movie? I've never seen it.
The first
I
one's
think
really
Bernie
good. The
likes
second
it.
one,
And
not
Bernardo
good.
might have seen it before.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
There it is.
I don't know who that is.
I remember this so well. I know exactly what this is. You just brought this Pandora's box from my memory. It's an HBO claymation like educational show.
It sounds like a character off of Lazy Town.
I've
Nope.
heard of Postman Pat's.
Or Gumby,
honestly.
whatever
This
it's
is a
called.
claymation HBO kids and family educational show, and it was kind of like Bob the Builder.
HBO
Bob the
and Kids and
Builder.
Family don't belong in the same sentence.
That's great. White woman's Instagram is bop. I completely agree. Favorite Ben Stiller movie?
Oh,
Tropic Thunder.
We were all just in silence, honestly. Just thought that.
Oh man,
depends.
Tropic Thunder or there's something about Mary. Those two.
Tropic Thunder is good. I'll say Dodgeball just because I watched that probably
Yes.
the most as a kid.
I gotta go with Tropic Thunder too. Tropic Thunder is hilarious. Never get old.
I'd probably go with
Honestly,
Oh, that's a
honestly,
great one, though,
I
Nicholas.
really honestly, I really like the Night at the Museum movies. If I may be honest, I don't know if that's
Same.
okay.
No,
no,
no.
it's just
yeah.
that.
I saw
watched
the third one in theaters. I remember I saw the third one in theaters because I think my favorite when I was a kid was the second one. I think I really liked that one when I
Battle
was
of
a
the
kid. But,
Smithsonian.
right. I think
Yeah,
it was
I-
just
It's not the
have
one
to
that
go
went to
with,
UK, right?
What was
Second
that?
one?
was it?
No, that's in Washington D.C. I
Don't
think. It's
remember.
in
Yeah, Washington
Yeah,
DC.
Battle
Sorry,
of the
my bad.
Smithsonian. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, has to be my favorite Ben Stiller movie.
Really?
Over Madagascar 2?
Over
Yeah, no.
Madagascar, the first one.
Yeah, I'd honestly say either Night at the Museum or Meyerowitz Stories.
Oh, I love my.
Or I like
Walter Young
Walter
is
Mitty.
also
I
good.
honestly like Walter Mitty. It's a little
I
pretentious,
do
but I
too.
like it.
It's underrated, actually. Walter
Yeah.
Mitty.
It's way too long, that's for sure, but it's
Yes.
still
I
good.
mean, it feels a little pretentious, but I
Oh,
have
absolutely. And it's a remake of a remake.
This question's for Nate, but I think I already know the answer. When will Nate ditch VidAngel?
Never.
When Pigs
Never.
Fly.
Yeah, exactly. Did you get the new Pokemon games? They're not out yet. Let's see. I had never even heard of Bo Burnham until I saw Promising Young Woman. Dude, I love that movie, but Bo Burnham, I've known about him for a long time. I remember watching his first stand-up
The
special.
vines. This is my jam. This is my jam, and then he pulls up the jam.
Hey, glove compartment, get a new name because nobody wears gloves anymore.
Yeah, and wasn't it also the thing where it's like, hey, Anne Hathaway, what kind of gum do you want to chew? And she's like, stride, something like that. Yeah.
The best one is, hey, Leo, it seems like you've been overreacting to a lot of things lately. What do you think? And then it cuts to him. He's like, F you!
Honestly, Timothy, I was kind of in your shoes as well. Like, I was like, hey, that guy's really good and promising young woman. And then when I looked into him more, I was like, wait, this guy directed 8th grade.
Mhm.
I love this guy now. Okay, you know.
Yeah,
I haven't
he's
seen
done a
8th
lot of
grade.
stuff.
It's in my watch list. I haven't seen it
Hey.
8th grade.
It's
Hey,
really
I talked
good.
about it earlier, but hey, Zach Stone is going to be famous. I really like that show, so he. I like it. Is it? I think it's great comedy. I think it's really funny. What's your favorite MLB team, dude? Obviously, it's the Yankees. I mean, they suck this year. They've been so disappointing. I mean, granted, they are still like above 500, but yeah, I don't know. My thought is this. I know no one cares about this, but
No one cares.
real
Sorry.
quick, my thought on this is that the best thing for the Yankees this year is for them not to make the playoffs because their general manager and their manager are clowns, and they both need to be gone. And that's the only way that the Yankees can win a World Series. But
And if they
I
get
don't
Jonah
know.
Hill and Brad Pitt to run their team.
yeah, exactly.
Moneyball.
Have you watched, I don't watch
call it
anime
Moneyball.
actually. I don't watch it. It's just not my thing. I've tried. It's just not for me. Anybody here watch anime?
I
like
do,
only
but
watch.
not.
I wouldn't consider myself an anime fan. I'm more of like a massive fan of Studio Ghibli. You know, like
Yeah,
I
same.
adore Studio Ghibli, but yeah. So I'm not really I wouldn't call myself an anime fan. So
Joey
Yeah,
has
same
recommended this
here.
one to me before. I haven't seen it though. I've been on episode 23 of Death Note for 2 months now, and I haven't finished it yet. but I'm
honestly,
trying.
Ghibli is kind of like the gateway drug into getting into anime.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly,
Yeah.
man.
The only anime I watch is My Hero Academia. That's it.
I don't watch any of it. People tell me it's funny. I used to when I lived in Idaho, there were some people that were neighbors, and they told me all the time. They're like, because they knew I loved movies. They're like, they know I like Game of Thrones. Like that's like one of my favorite shows of all time. Say what you want about the last season, I get it, but he was like, what's a great show? And they were talking about like some anime that he was trying so hard to get me to watch this anime. I'm like, I just don't like it, man. I've tried. Okay, it's just not for me. A Night to Remember is over. I completely agree, Mike. I haven't seen A Night to Remember, but
I
I'm sure it's
agree.
way better than
I agree with that.
Why is Jackson laughing?
I think it's because of Josh Roberts.
Josh Roberts' comments are killing me. Stop stealing watering cans from the Golden River, Jeff.
Wait, this is the same guy as Leo. It's like the same profile.
No, it's definitely the same person. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm straight with gay tendencies.
Johnny Depp slapped me with a turkey sandwich.
What is going on with this dude?
That's interesting. Anyway, have you all seen BoJack Horseman? No.
Yes.
No.
It's so
Interesting.
good, man. Like, man. It's
Isn't
it's
Will
really
Arnett
great.
the lead voice actor?
Yes. And he plays a talking drunk horse. So that's fun. It's
Bernardo, do you have Footloose on Blu-ray?
Yes. Both of
Do you
them.
have both? You have both.
Wow,
The original
that's
remake. The
impressive.
remake's better, in my opinion.
I agree. But I love both equally, no matter what.
I like the original enough, but the remake is like an actual like good movie. Like that
And it
is
has Mal
good.
Teller.
Yeah, it does, and he's really good in it.
Yeah.
And Dennis
did make
Quaid,
some
who is
moves.
not a great actor, he's really good in it.
He made some really good moves in the movie, so not complaining.
All right, let's answer like 3 more, and then I think we're gonna call it just because it is kind of getting late, and I don't want to keep you guys too long.
honestly, I love these discussions. I'm so glad that you're cool
Sure.
with me, like
Same
hopping
here.
on them.
Oh,
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll
this is a lot
do
of
this
fun.
again sometime. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's
I
always
would
Jackson, Nate,
love
and I, and Jackson's dying for some reason.
Look at Josh's newest comment. It's not that one.
Oh no.
It's
My grandma
that
fell
one.
off the roof trying to fly again. Should I leave her? Call an ambulance. She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
Here's a good question. Will Jackson ever start a channel?
It's
Please.
the same answer as Nate's VidAngel question.
Okay. Well, that's too bad.
That's
Here's my
sad,
response.
dude.
Por
That's
favor.
so sad, Jackson.
Here's the thing. I don't have the time. Like as much as I think I can have the time and make the time, I don't have the time. I know how much time it takes to make videos and to make good videos. And I don't want to make crap just because people want me to make a channel. I want to make things that are good, worthwhile, and worth not just my time, but people watching's time. And I don't have the capacity to do that right now, especially with moving, what I want to be doing with my life. It just doesn't seem plausible. As much as I would love to, and I think everybody in the community would be as welcoming as anywhere else, I just can't see myself realistically doing that. And I'm sorry for people who are disappointed, but
Yeah, and I mean,
I
that's
also feel like at the beginning it requires more time to you
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the beginning especially is when you're trying to kind of experiment with things. So that makes sense.
I would say like
It's understandable.
the thing is too is it's like you guys. Here's the cool thing though. It's like Jackson. He always likes to come on to Nate and I's channel, and I'm sure that Jackson like. You know, I have ideas with like things that I'd like to do with Jackson in the future, like me and him just collabing on a video or something. So, I mean, you'll see Jackson. It just is he gonna have his own channel? No, but he always brings like good conversation. It's always fun having him on here and talking.
yeah, I'm not going anywhere. It's not like I'm just not going to be on these live streams when I'm in New York. I'll gladly come on.
Like your passion is still movies, like talking movies. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
Doesn't change anything. And not only that, it's like you guys can follow me on Letterboxd and talk to me there, or because I'm on Letterboxd just as much as I would be for a YouTube channel. So like I don't go on Instagram or Twitter that much. I go on Letterboxd.
Same. Love Letterboxd.
Just going and reading reviews of horrible movies, that is the best pastime, honestly.
Yeah, like I saw this review of West Side Story and they were like, why is anybody fighting over this land? Everybody's so loud or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
I sent Nate this one, but I don't remember which movie it was. They were like, that was a movie. I have seen it. I'm moving on now.
Oh darn, what was that?
It was for like a really popular movie too. And I was like, dang,
the Heights, was it?
I think so. It might have been. It was a newer movie, but I don't remember which one. I do remember that I started cracking up because it was like, yep, that is exactly how that movie looked.
Okay.
Group chat? I feel like I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, no, I did send it recently. This was just recently that I saw that. So
Yeah, I don't remember what the movie was. Wait. I think wait, hold on. It was super recent, and it was like this is gonna kill me now because I don't remember what it was. Oh, not Tomorrow War, right?
no, I'm in on Tomorrow War. I think it doesn't look
It
good.
wasn't Cruella, was it?
How about was it Reminiscence?
It was Cruella. It was
Cruella,
Was
yeah.
it
that's
Yeah,
right.
it was Cruella. It was this person they
Cruella de
commented.
Vil.
All right, I've seen it. It's a movie. I'm moving on now.
That's like I actually really like Cruella, like straight up.
I do
I
too.
liked it. It was better than what it should have been.
It's not better
Yeah.
than Mitchell's versus the Machines, which is the best movie of the year.
Hey, shut up.
The fact that
agree.
Cruella is getting a sequel to me is
I
kind of a
approve.
joke, but I don't know.
Cruella's getting a sequel. Oh,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on. Get off.
This one's gonna be called Cruella DeVille.
No, it's gonna be called
I actually think that'd be a good idea. Of
No,
them
it's going to
to
be
do that.
Cruella Duh. And then the third one
Oh
is.
my god.
Bill.
It's just called Vil.
Yeah, and this thing
Oh
was just
my
called
God. Dude, the thing is that's weird to me about that is like I don't like this idea of, and I didn't like it with what's
I mean, don't forget they're making the Lion
Maleficent.
King too.
well,
with Barry Jenkins directing. It's so
yeah,
crazy.
with
Well,
dude, I
honestly,
can't believe
the
they're
fact
doing
that
that.
Barry Jenkins is directing Lion King 2, that legitimately has me kind of interested to watch
too,
it.
but
I
honestly.
hated,
Sure,
I hated
but-
the John
I mean,
Favreau one.
Man.
Like
I haven't seen Underground Railroad, though. I need to see that.
Which one?
Underground Railroad, which was this. That's Barry Jenkins' Decalogue.
It's just the weird thing is Barry Jenkins is such a great director. Like, why would you want to do Lion King? That's the weird thing. To me.
Well, the way I see it,
Money, money,
it's
money.
probably his way to. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like his way to
Any
kind
of
of
these
get
directors
I
do
can
Well,
get
that he
that
can make more artistic
Hey,
Dude,
things he
that's
actually
right.
wants to make.
But like, look at Jon Favreau, because look at the movie Chef. Has everybody seen
I've
Chef?
heard of it. I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't
Such a great movie. It's a feel-good movie, but it's basically about his career as a filmmaker, because he started out as this really like artistically, creatively free chef who worked at all these restaurants and did all these things. And he's kind of saying like, I used to be an independent filmmaker, and then when Marvel got a hold of me, I had to make all these blockbuster movies, and I had no creative say.
Yeah,
Mm,
And that movie came out right before Jungle Book. Chef did. And so when Jungle Book came out, people were like, but wait, are you still an independent? And he was like, no. I got full creative control on Jungle Book because of Chef. So I think that's what Barry Jenkins will have to do, is have to get creative control on Lion King 2. Otherwise, he's just going to be roped in, and it's just all about the moolah, no longer about the movie.
yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. To me, it's like it's the same thing with Maleficent, where it's like, do we need to see
Yeah.
villains be heroes? I no. Like, I don't even like Maleficent. I
hate
don't like it at all. I think those
hate it.
movies are terrible. Let's see.
especially one of my favorite Disney villains. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, soon enough they'll do a Jafar one, and Jafar is my favorite villain, so I'll be like, oh, great. Favorite Edgar Wright movie. This will be the last question. And then we'll end it. Favorite Edgar Wright movie.
Scott Pilgrim.
Baby
Hot
Driver.
Fuzz.
Scott Pilgrim.
Don't really know Edgar Wright. Hold on, let me.
Last Night in Soho. Just kidding.
Yeah, I can't wait for that movie.
Gonna be great.
Oh, that movie looks so good. That's like that might be. So for me, like, there's 3 movies that I cannot wait to see: Green Knight, Last Night in Soho, and Dune. I am just
Dude.
I need
Yes.
them now.
Dude, I'm reading Dune right now. I'm reading it again. So good. Yeah, hey, everybody, read Dune.
I'm wondering if I should, because it looks like I read the first page and I'm just like, gosh, this looks so heavy.
No, dude, it is, but it's one of those like, when you get into it, it is a page turner. You just cannot stop. The dialogue, they're just like, hey, let's keep it all witty, and like the politics of everything, you'd think it would be like eye rolling. Oh, this is going to be so boring. But the way he explains it, it's just like, it's like Dr. Seuss. He just makes up words, and you're just kind of like, all right, that's kind of cool, kind of neat.
Cool.
I
a
cannot
great
wait
book.
for Dune.
Nice.
Cannot
good
wait
to know.
for Dune.
My favorite Edgar Wright movie is the Ant-Man movie that never was. I'm just kidding.
I
Um,
seriously
don't
am so
remind me
excited
that.
for
No, that'd
no,
be
it's
so fun.
it's definitely got to be Shaun of the Dead. I just love that movie so much, man.
So good.
It's so good. The Cornetto
I mean, all of his
trilogy
films
itself
are
is just great.
Even The World's End doesn't get a lot of love. It's fantastic.
Well, I think it doesn't get a lot of love because it came out around the same time as what is it? The movie with
This is the End.
This is the End. Yeah.
Yeah, but also like, it is a lot different than Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Like, it's not the same feel. It's a lot darker.
Yeah. It's a dark comedy.
It is,
It's like a-
but it's really good. They're all 3 great. I think Hot Fuzz is my favorite though. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Michelle, have you seen any of Edgar Wright's movies?
I think the only ones that I have seen from looking at his filmography is Ant-Man, The Adventures of Tintin, and Sing. Man, that's
Oh, yeah,
weird.
He wrote everything thing.
Oh,
Screen wrote.
okay.
Yeah.
Um,
He was going to direct Ant-Man, and then Marvel either fired him or
He
I
left
think he
because
left
he
for
was
Creative
not
Differences or something, and they hired Peyton Reed.
No, because originally he was originally going to screenwrite the film and directed the film, but due to the creative differences, he stepped down, and they hired Penny Reed to
oh,
be-
okay.
because it was going to
So-
be written by Edgar Wright and Adam McKay, who did Anchorman.
Yeah.
And it was going to be written by them. And Adam McKay still has writing credit on the first Ant-Man, and so does Edgar Wright,
He
I
does.
think.
No,
Yeah, they both do.
Well, I mean, if they help conceive the story, then yeah, they kind of give them credit.
Yeah, I know Edgar Wright
Yeah,
definitely
pretty
still
much
has
got
writing
that.
credit.
Let me check right now. Yes, he does. They said screenplay by Edgar Wright, Joe Cornish, Adam McKay, and Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, yeah, and Paul Rudd wrote Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like he
Yes.
pretty much wrote the whole thing.
No wonder why. I mean, I love Paul Rudd, but I did not really care for Ant-Man and the Wasp. If I'm going to be completely honest,
It's
hated
fun.
the
It's
villain.
fine.
One of the
It's
worst and
definitely a
whiniest
service
villains
It's a
ever.
fun little movie. Okay.
The villain is so whiny, and I can't stand
I
how much
enjoyed
he
it.
whines. It's just.
The first
anyway,
one
Michelle,
so
if I can
good.
recommend any Edgar Wright movies to you, the Cornetto trilogy is great. I've not seen Baby Driver, actually. That's one that I have not seen. But
Really?
I would also say Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That movie
Yes.
is great.
Yeah.
Like that
This
movie.
was amazing.
People say it's so great, and I know I need to watch it.
Just
So.
be
The
prepared. You're
soundtrack-
gonna watch it like a lot.
The editing in that movie is like perfection. I think that movie is one of the best edited films I've ever seen, to be completely honest.
And the
Like, he
soundtrack
doesn't
is
get-
amazing. The soundtrack is the
Yeah,
best part of the movie.
yeah. He doesn't get enough credit for the editing that he does on his films. Like, it kind of blows my mind. Like Baby Driver, I haven't seen it, but a lot of people were saying that was like the best edited movie of that year, and it didn't even get nominated,
is.
right?
Right.
I don't think it did.
I don't think
It's
Yeah.
so.
nominated for editing.
But I can't wait for Last Night in Soho, man. I cannot wait. And dude, Old. I can't wait for Old because Thomas and McKenzie,
Same.
dude.
That movie looks so dumb.
It really
probably
does.
will be
Like
because
Thomas
it's
and
M. Night
Mackenzie, I'm all
Shyamalan,
there.
but
But here's the thing about Shyamalan is like that could be what he's going for.
it could be a great
Maybe.
movie or a bad movie.
It almost looks intentionally bad. Like the acting,
Yeah.
all the actors in it. I'm like, you are better than this. So maybe something's up that we just don't know. Like maybe there's like obviously there's going to be a twist, but
Yeah.
he's got something up his sleeve. I think for that one, I'm excited.
Yeah, that's the thing with M. Night Shyamalan because we don't know what's going on with his mind because it's so unpredictable. What's he going to give us?
Doesn't
And
that come
so
out in July?
I'm excited for
What
Old.
was that, Nate?
Doesn't that come out in July? Old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, the thing
Pretty
that
soon.
makes me kind of excited about it is that he gets on this streak where it's like he has one bad movie, then one good one, one bad movie, one good one. For the most part, I mean, there was a time
Glass,
where it was like
the
every
first
movie
third
was
is
bad.
really
The
good.
Last Airbender.
And I will say this: Glass, I did not like. I thought it was a bad movie.
I don't like
Yeah.
that.
I think he's going to be on a hot streak, and he's gonna get, this is going to be his good movie, and then the next one's going to be bad. So like I
Well,
should,
because Glass, the first third of Glass is actually really good, and then the second
Yes.
third is just kind of like, oh no, what's happening? And then the last third, you're just like, yeah, this is
well,
gone.
dude, the twist was stupid, and then it's like he said himself he didn't want to make a comic book movie, and then it's like someone who doesn't understand comic books making a comic book movie. That's
Yeah,
really
that's
what
a
it
good
felt
way of
like.
describing it.
But that's the thing is like that movie. He was like, I don't want to make a superhero movie, and then he sets up the third act to be this huge battle between good and evil, and you're like, yo, this could be an epic showdown. Nope.
Nothing.
How about we kill all three of them in metaphorical ways? Stupid.
Yeah, it was a very disappointing ending. I gotta admit, like what?
Because the
Really?
beginning is so promising.
Well, the problem
like-
is, it's like they should have just made Split its own thing and not even tried to
Yes.
put it in like the same universe as Unbreakable.
True.
Or
When
just
they
leave
did
it
that,
as
I was
that.
like,
Don't even expand on it. Just
Yeah.
keep it as the. Oh, this is a sequel to Unbreakable. Cool. Move on.
That's it.
Make a new movie.
that's it.
Make it
But
like
he
a
didn't do
spin-off. Don't make it like a connected thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never forgive him. And Nate, I think you're in agreement. I can never forgive him for what he did to the Last Airbender. Like,
Yes, dude.
the
Yes.
abomination
Yeah.
that movie
I
is.
saw it in theaters.
Awful.
Oh,
I saw it in theaters.
That sounds awful.
the
Yes.
Scam Hammer movie that I watched in theaters that was terrible was Afterbirth. Oh, I'm sorry, After Earth. I call it Afterbirth because that's how Afterbirth when you cry after you get born into this world, you get bawling your eyes out. That's how I felt watching that movie.
Honestly,
Okay, wait,
a
The Last
really bad
Airbender?
movie that I saw like in theaters was like last year. No, not last year. In 2019 with Wonder Park. Anyone hear about that
No,
movie?
didn't even
Yeah, I
dare.
heard about it.
Exactly. Nobody talks about that movie. It's so bad. I was already in a bad mood, and that movie did not help me. I
I've
wasn't
heard of
even
it.
able to just turn off my brain and just try to watch something to bring some semblance of joy into my day. No, the movie just like pitted me down even more. Like
Yeah.
it's very mean-spirited for some reason. Don't watch it,
It
honestly.
didn't look good. It didn't look very good.
Yeah, and it was painfully unfunny. Like, oh my gosh.
Gosh.
Man.
And that's the animated movie, right?
Yeah, like the
Oh my-
one where like she just needs to believe or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I recognize it. I saw the TV spot. I never saw it, obviously, because
Mm,
it didn't
yeah.
interest me.
Yeah. Like the thing is, it was between that and like it was around my brother's birthday, and we were planning to watch Shazam on his birthday, so we couldn't see Shazam. Like so like we were like, okay, I guess we'll see this movie that we've never heard of. So, you know.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Wow.
unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I just
Yeah.
want to end this stream with this quote right here. He drinks the elixir of life every morning. He's a Gryffindor, son. That's right.
Wait, Nicholas,
I'm a
are you a
Hufflepuff.
Gryffindor? Because I don't want to misspeak for you.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Nate here's a Hufflepuff.
What made you think that? Like every video I have by Hufflepuff Roblox
Well,
now.
not only that, but you send me a
Hufflepuff.
picture at like 10:30 at night of you doing a really stupid face in the Hufflepuff logo.
When you take the Harry Potter quiz, you can take a picture of yourself in your house emblem. And I sent a picture to Jackson, like 10:30, and I was doing a really stupid face. And it's like Hufflepuff.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it, scared the crap out of me because I didn't know what it was.
Like, no context at all. I just sent it with no message. It was just like, here you go. Enjoy this.
I
No,
still
when you
haven't-
get
I
Snapchat
still haven't
filter
taken
that
my
makes you
quiz,
look
but I really
clown,
hope I'm a
white and
Slytherin.
black. Ugh.
That's all I can say.
Wait, what'd you say, Jackson?
Oh, I just said it's like the Snapchat filter that like has the white and black clown makeup, and it's the freakiest one. And Atlan keeps sending me pictures with it, and I have to immediately just close it because I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Thanks a lot.
Well, I have to look into that.
No, you won't. Nope, you do not because you will. It's horrifying.
Yeah, I just want to say that I haven't taken my quiz yet, but I hope I'm a Slytherin.
Slytherin,
I feel
Slytherin.
like
Take the
No.
quiz. Nick, take the
No.
quiz. Just download the app. I'll send the app to
I'm
you
gonna
right now.
I'll make a video and stuff about it. That'd be kind of cool, right?
I'm a
Yeah.
Hufflepuff.
A
And
little
wherever.
video. That'd be kind of fun. But Numenoid, man, come on, Numenoid. Numenoid, by the way, is kind of trolly. But I've never watched Harry Potter, but it must suck because it's British.
Come on.
What's wrong with the Brits, man?
I'm assuming that if you're white, you are of British descent. So
Very true.
you are basically making fun of yourself. So you played yourself.
I'm a
Good for
Mexican.
you.
I'm Cuban and Italian, but I'm also
Mexican.
I'm also like Irish and stuff like that.
I am
Yo
English.
estoy
and-
A lot of-
Mexicano.
Mine is Irish. Right.
That's why I love the In the Heights, because In the Heights is made for me, because I'm a Latino. So
Dude, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Like I watched it and I was like when they were raising the Cuban flag, I'm like, dude, that's amazing.
When
I
they
have
wear
family
the
that live in
Mexican-
Cuba. Like I have family that live in Cuba. I don't know them, but you know.
Yeah.
My great grandfather, he came over from Cuba into this country. Okay, like
nice.
that's what it's all about.
My whole
That's why
family's
my
born
last
and
name
raised in
is
Mexico.
Acosta. That's why my last name's Acosta. You know, people look at me though and they're like, "You're not Latino." I'm like, "Have you not seen my last name?"
Just-
Yeah.
it's so dark that you can't even see
Yeah, you
me.
can't really see.
I was laying on my
there it is.
pillow.
Gosh, look at
Oh
that
my
beautiful
gosh.
Photo.
That's embarrassing.
Sexy.
I was laying on my bed and I sent it to him with no context.
And it scared the crap out of me.
Well, let's visit to your picture, Jackson.
Oh yeah, mine's great. Mine is
Like
just
use that image to protect your house
Sorry.
from demonic beings, honestly.
I know, right? Here's
That's
Jackson.
so
Let's see if we
funny.
can get it. You see this?
I'm sorry, that's funny.
Cross-eyed? You don't even look like you look like the uncle from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. With his eyes.
Cousin Eddie?
Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie, yeah, cousin
Hey,
Eddie.
Clark. What?
That's funny.
Oh man.
That's
Well-
the most embarrassing pictures I have ever seen in my life.
I love in Christmas Vacation. This not to go off on this, but I love when he's like, "Yeah, they had to replace the metal plate in my head because she would put something in the microwave and I'd piss my pants."
That movie is amazing.
I love that movie.
I agree.
so much, dude.
So glad I don't have that kind of uncle in my family. Thank God I
Oh
don't
no,
have.
I have that.
I do.
side
Yeah.
of the family.
It's kind of sad. I'm actually going back to Pennsylvania next week, and I'm going to see people like
Are
that.
yours from Pennsylvania too? Are you serious? That is
Dude,
exactly where mine
You
are
know
from.
I'm from Pennsylvania, dude.
I didn't know you were from Pennsylvania.
Did you not know this?
Texas.
Nope, that's where my grandfather's from. Like
I
his
didn't know
whole
that.
the whole side of my grandfather's family is Pennsylvania. He's like,
I thought you knew
Dutch.
that. That's weird.
Yeah, he's Dutch.
Interesting. Yeah, I go back to Pennsylvania from a small town, and I go back there next week, and yay, it's gonna be fun seeing people
No,
like
that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But I'm so tired of my mom calling me and asking me like what my wife likes to eat. It's like why are you acting like she's an alien or something? She likes food. Like, does she like this? It's like, yes, mom, she likes. She called me and she's like, does she like hamburgers? I'm like,
Yes.
yes, mom. She called me today. I kid you not. So real quick, she called me today, and I was like, "Hey, mom, what's up?" She's like, "Hey, so because they bought an RV because they're not an RV. It's like a camper because they have we have a house, but they bought a camper because all my family like goes to this camping site and stuff, and like they camp out and everything. It's pretty cool. But anyway, my mom was super excited to call me to tell me that there were 2 people that she met who were camping that were from Idaho. I'm like, okay, do they know me? She's like, no, I just wanted to tell you that. I'm like, I love you, mom, but like that is the most random thing to call me about ever.
It's like the most pointless.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, these 2 people, they're from Idaho. I'm like, oh, do they know me? No. I'm like, so what's the point of calling? She's like, oh, I just wanted to tell you that. I'm like, my life depended on you telling me that, mom. Thank you so much for telling me that. Like, I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing that 2 people were at the campsite in Pennsylvania from Idaho. Thank you, mom. I love you. My mom's not watching, so it's fine. Anyway, but yeah, I think we're gonna close it out there. We've gone for a while, 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
I
it's
did not expect
almost
to stream this
1
long.
a.m.
Yeah, I did not expect to stream this long. And it was a lot of fun. I've never had 6 people
30 for me.
on stream.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. But yeah,
Watch a movie and not feel bad.
Yeah.
Again, I want to say thank you for just like letting random people from the chat as well. Honestly, this was a lot of fun. Yeah, and
yeah.
honestly, it's rare that I can
Getting-
talk about like these niche film things with like casual friends. So much appreciated.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we'll definitely have to have you guys on again. Like, I would love to do
That would be wonderful.
another stream like this, or maybe even kind of branch off and do like, I don't know, like 2 of us and then like another 2 of us, like something like that, because I think it's a lot of fun and it was I didn't really know what to expect, but it was really cool. So I appreciate you guys for jumping on here and being on here, and we had to have Nicholas on here because Nicholas is just. He keeps us all in line,
He's a better Nick.
He's the better Nick.
So
He keeps the Earth on its axis and the solar system on its balance. He does not let anything. He's like Thanos. He keeps it all like this, but he's not a sociopath like Thanos. Like he knows he has empathy for humans. Unless he
is a
doesn't. In
sociopath
this
and
case,
doesn't want
I love you,
anyone to
Nicholas. I don't have anything bad to say about you.
it's all good. No worries.
Yeah, and honestly, like Michelle brought in a lot of like Watership Down stuff. Like, did not
Heck
expect to talk about Watership Down a lot, and I loved it. It was great. It makes me want to watch the movie now.
Read it and watch it. It's great.
Yes.
I definitely need to watch it so I can talk with you about it next time because I don't know anything about it. And then Bernardo just come in here, showing off all of his movies and making us feel bad because we don't have nearly the same collection as him. But no, it was a lot of fun. Go subscribe to Nate's YouTube channel, I guess.
What is going on right now?
I don't know. Nicholas, you can also subscribe to his channel.
No one knows. Not ever.
Michelle, I don't know if you have a YouTube channel, but
Yeah, it is The Awkward Actor. So come visit. I guess.
yeah.
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 Okay.
You go check out
doing
Bernardo
something.
at.
Look at Jackson. Beautiful.
Oh,
Jackson
you can go check out
is
Bernardo
naked,
at the
but
movie.
no one
Geek.
knows.
The Movie Geek, all caps, and then Jackson, you can check out his beautiful leg.
Check out his
Oh,
letterbox.
here.
And check out his letterbox. Yeah.
What's my letterbox name? I don't know.
It's like
Jackson
Jackson
Talk, right?
Tax 99, I think.
Here.
Yeah, put it in chat.
Michelle, when I looked up the awkward actor, it just showed videos of Aubrey Plaza. I'm not even joking.
The
Oh,
is that what she's known
She is
as?
awkward.
The
Man,
awkward actor?
that's funny. That's funny.
I'm also just
I
plugging.
think, man, like
I saw your
I
comment on the video.
what's that? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I saw your comment on the video, so I'll find it.
Yeah,
Alright.
you too. I mean, this is amazing. Like,
Instagram, that's not your letterboxd.
I just put my letterbox
You told
before that.
I didn't see.
I have the best profile picture
What
of any
cat
letterbox.
is that? I can't remember.
This is a
just
cat from a
whatever.
it's a cat from a meme that says when I pull up to the driveway or pull up to the drive-through at 1 a.m. stoned to the bone. It's just
I
this
remember this now. I remember this now.
That's been my Twitter picture
And
for
then,
like
then
20
if
years.
if you guys want to, I love your letterbox picture, man. Every time I look at it, I forget who it is.
No, that's why I don't like have a lot of like traction on Twitters because nobody knows who like my Twitter is because it's just that's my picture and I think my name is it's just my first name. That's my Twitter handle. So
Yeah. But yeah, you guys make sure if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. For more content like this, go check out my latest video that I just put up today of me talking about my passions and the fact that I'm starting my filmmaking journey, and I'm very excited.
Dude, that's awesome. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait.
Thank you. I'm excited to release more details. Again, I don't want to release anything yet, but it's going well. And Jackson, I didn't tell you this, but I actually have a new another short film idea that I got the other day that was like, dude, this is genius.
That's amazing.
oh really?
It's
Yeah,
super cool when ideas like that come.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but it's more like it's like a horror comedy type of thing. It would be really cool. But anyway, I don't know what else to say other than thank you guys for watching.
Subscribe to them all, please.
Bye.
Don't be a
Numenor.
jerk. Yeah.
Yes.
Final
yes.
words.
Make good choices. Don't be Nathan Hale, and turn to page 394. Peace.